Yes, we are live, finally. I don't see me on the screen. I need to wait for my for my computer to show me that we are live, actually. I kind of can see on the other screen, but I don't see it on the main screen. Hopefully not gonna get copyright claim, but I think Qt won't do that, right? He is a nice guy after all, right? I don't see it. I still see the loading screen. Is it still loading? Is it still loading? Can you see the picture right here? Like, what is going on? Come on, man. I tried to start earlier, man. Couldn't do it. Yeah. I still need to fix some things. Hold up, okay? Gonna get there in a moment. I'm gonna hear myself probably. I hate that. That's just the way it is. It's not like I hate hearing myself, but it's just... the stream. Okay, let me get there. Okay, last. Okay. Now should be a little better. Yeah, I know. What is that? That's boring, right? What is he doing? I'm sorry. I don't really... Can't do much, man. Can't do much. It is how it is. So... what are we going to do today? Let me make it quieter. Yeah, like minus 25. So what are we going to do today is... Thank you, Felix, for an amazing song. We're gonna go with this one. Okay, what are we going to do today? Today we are actually going to color our character. Pretty basic. However, there's one cool thing we're going to talk about. We are going to use colors from my last page. And you probably remember that, right? I copied those two guys. So now it kind of looks confusing, but when you took all that away, you now have those colors. And the reason for that, of course, is just so you can see the colors. I mean, so I can use them separately. What is this song? It's kind of loud, right? Is it me? Or it's too loud? Okay, now it's fine. So I'm gonna use these colors for my character here. And I'm gonna just copy colors, and then I'm gonna quickly draw. Again, this is not final version. We're gonna like just simply imagine the way he's standing or something like that. And this is gonna be very cool. This is something that is going to be very cool, I think. I kind of want to make it like it's... Wait. So there's no problems. You still can see everything clear and nice. Like for me, it's still... I don't know. Okay, until we got anyone to tell me that it's all good, I don't know. I'm gonna just go the way it is right now, I guess. What is that? What? So yeah, it's, you know, very... Today is a nice day. I learned some more stuff from Blender. Did some more research, had some fun playing games. Felt like it was a nice day overall. Was very clear. Like I had some things in mind, and now I feel like okay, my life is more clear now. I mean, like I can understand now better. It's like I had thing on my mind, and I felt like a little bit I need to like do something about it, and now I feel like okay, you know, there's like much more clear now. I know what's what. Is that a word? What's what? So yeah, thank you guys a lot for subscribing, liking, following, and joining the discussion. This is so cool. And we are going to decide together later today. See, there's something wrong about this. It should be going this way. We're not going to draw a full background. And you know, the reason for that is because we want to make it like a cool transition, right? We want to make a cool transition from this character, which is our main like bad guy. We don't know his name yet. We don't know. I don't know. I might come up with something cool later, but I don't know yet. And you know, I actually see there's like recommendation I see for me on Twitch, and I always like wondering what are those recommendations. That's just, some of them are so crazy. Why are they all in Russian language? It feels like I look at those and I feel like, okay, so people are streaming at this time, but then I look at those and they are all speaking Russian. Like, why are you recommending channels that they are not speaking English? That's a little bit strange. Well, anyway, let me actually check if I can see my own stream, just in case, you know, just in case. You never can be too sure. It's actually funny, like I even have it on... Oh, there's some boy streaming, and so cute. I got the recommendation of like one guy. It's kind of funny. Okay, so yeah, I think you can see it. Yeah, you see the colors and everything. It's got a big delay actually, but yeah, it's fine. But the music is nice. Can you hear the music? It's like whatever, right? It's not like there are so many people, so it's fine if you can't hear the music. But yeah, we are going to make cool transition later with light. I'm gonna use my favorite light brush, and I'm gonna do like light here, and then it's going to be like a transition into the space. So it's gonna be cool. And because we are going to use light, this guy actually will have a lot of cool, like glowing details on his head and everything. And because he's going to be like maybe red, right? He's gonna have like red. Oh, is that a wrong layer? Okay, give me a sec. Give me a second. So it's gonna be something like these, right? Wow, kind of look like Cyborg, right? Maybe we'll do something like that, or so it's gonna look cool. So that's also something to consider. So that's gonna be cool because we're gonna have like light here. But you know, first thing first, we're gonna work a little bit on the background here. And the important part here actually is we don't want to take too much attention, right? We don't want you to look at the background a lot. There's also cool part, you can make a transition from him standing here to the space right here. And for that we're gonna pick like dark, but not completely black, just a little bit. So that's gonna be like a transition. And we're gonna use light to make it smooth later on. So that's pretty cool. And I'm gonna get back to my original art here. I'm gonna turn everything off. I guess I'm gonna just use shadow for that. I'm gonna add like stars as well. So yeah, we're gonna go back to this one. And we're gonna actually add like a door behind him. Well, maybe not a door, I'm not sure. I'm just kind of, or maybe we just, you know, maybe we just make it like a corridor. So it's gonna be like this. Then it's gonna be like moving this direction. This is something you don't really want to do without reference. So maybe sometimes you just better not to. Okay, that's not a good idea. We use black here. Can I? Thank you. It's really difficult to see actually here. I don't know why. So we're gonna do like that. I think that's kind of cool. Yay! So we're not doing Mid Canyon challenges anymore until he actually reacts to maybe at least one of our works. We spend so much time on it, right? So much time. Gotta get any attention. Like, I don't care if there will be no people, but I want his opinion. You know, it's really important, I guess, when you have somebody that you admire to just, you know, to tell you, like, how can you get better, or things like that. So these details are not really important, but we're gonna do them just to show that there is like a wall going backwards. Then I'm gonna do this. You know, there is a new DLC recently came out for the game I really like, called Crusader Kings 3. And the DLC just recently came out, but it was a little bit problematic. And I feel like, man, I really want to play it, but I'm not sure if that's gonna break my saving files. So maybe I just wait. But I kind of wanted to play this today. I had big plans for today, but it's never mind anymore. Like, who cares? Kind of changed the plans last moment. And now we're here all together. And you know, it's actually funny. I did that many times in the past, and I actually find out that people are not watching Twitch or YouTube at Friday or Saturday or Sunday. Like, I never had viewers at those days. Like, sometimes it's Tuesday, and yeah, there are people, but mostly if it's Friday or Saturday or Sunday, people are not watching. They're busy, I guess. They're partying or something. I also wanted to have like a small party for myself. I guess drawing is a nice experience too. I'm going to have like a project ready much faster. And I really like this one. I'm really liking this one, and I feel like I might get more crazy with the next one. Might get more crazy. Yeah, I probably will be. And let's see how it's going to turn out. This is a really mixed, like the thing I want to do for the next one. I'm going to show you maybe later. So this is basically what we are going to have here. And again, because I don't really care that much about this area, I'm gonna really just loosely draw like boxes. And then we're gonna use maybe like shadowing or things like that. So we don't really worrying much. Sometimes you just need to save time, right? You don't need to be too precise. It's okay to be a little like clumsy. It's fine. I feel like I need to really speed up on my work. I feel like I'm kind of like being a little bit slow, a little bit sloppy. Although I feel like I achieved like in this last weeks, did a lot. Feels good about that. Did more than I expected to have done. Yeah, you know, I kind of don't like it. Kind of want to make another one. So something like that, and then it's going up. Well, maybe it's just too big. Yeah, it's okay, I think. Man, it's too far. This sounds more like ambient, right? Kinda. So that's gonna be the background. We later gonna come up with the white brush and add like stars. I might do it now, but I need to see the ship. Okay, you see it's not the right place, so you'll add stars like here. No need like too much, otherwise it's gonna look too distractive. So something like that. You can do a little bit like 2, 3 in the same place, just like it's a star. What's the word? Like group of stars, you know, like the twins or whatever, Gemini. So not going to make a lot of stars. We still need to be focusing on our like bad guy. And I should remember that I'm going to later actually insert like words, right? He's gonna say something and we need space for that. So this is gonna be like a small transition. I'm still gonna use this area. See this colors for this room here, just so you know, so you remember what is this room all about. So small details later on. Okay, man, I need to get back to my brush. Yeah, it's kind of looks similar. I mean, I know the whole ship kind of looks similar now. We don't really want to focus on the ship much, but I really like to like adding a background. There are so many artists, they don't care about the background, and I kind of like, man, come on, it's not that difficult. Like if you just draw characters all the time and you never draw like a building or a car or walls, right? Like you are, I guess, like you're missing out, right? You need to get better at multiple areas. Like it's rare, it's really rare when your first job is to draw like a big guy in the big splash page. Mostly your first job, if you want to be an illustrator or whatever, your first job is probably going to be like a background, right? You're gonna be doing like walls or buildings or, you know, things like that. So it's fine. It's good thing to practice. And I assure you, if you go there and if you tell them that you actually specializing at drawing an environment, man, you're gonna have such, like, you probably don't are not going to have a lot of competition. You're probably not gonna have a lot of competition. You're probably gonna get the job. And I already see that this shape is kind of wrong. We need to maybe expand it a little bit, right? Okay, Hey! Mikey! Man, you keep surprising me. Hey, man, we are already like... I appreciate it, Mikey. Thank you. Hello, everyone. Greetings, my friends. We are seeing each other again. Another time, another day. How are you doing today? How's it going? Okay, I'm gonna zoom out so you know what's we're doing. We are actually drawing a bad guy here, right? And we want to show that the main character is escaping in the space shuttle right here. Okay, man. I feel so strange. How are you doing, guys? Thank you for joining. Russian there. Yes, I am. Hey, Jackie joined the gang. Guys, thank you for following. So, what are we doing here? See, I'm gonna stand up for that. This is amazing, Mikey. How are you doing? Why are you doing this? I feel so nice. Like, I feel like I need to do something for you as well. Okay. Can you guys see me now? How is it going, guys? Sorry. Very cool, very cool. So what we're doing here, we are actually making our big guy show microwave. I don't have microwave. I can draw one just for you. This is going to be like a big microwave. Very nice, right? How are you doing, guys? Thank you for joining, watching. What are we doing here? See, this is our main villain for this story. And I'm gonna show you our main character. Boom, this is our main character. We draw him a couple days ago. Yes, stand up for the Mikey. Big guy, big man himself, the legend himself. Thank you, Mikey. I don't know, like, I really appreciate that. I'm really happy you found my channel and you're supporting me. And I'm gonna, like, probably gonna look at your channel at some point. I'm sorry, I should have done that last time. But yeah, this is our main guy. He's jumping over the bad guys. He's escaping. He's hiding this. This is like next page. All good. Thank you, Mikey. And yeah, everyone enjoying this stream. We're going to talk, we're going to chat, and I'm going to tell you what's the meaning of my name, Igretro. Oh, that's a very interesting. So my name is Igor. This is Russian name, Igor. And retro is like, because I really like retro games like Sonic, like Golden Axe, old games like original Sonic where you couldn't even dash, you know. I'm a big like Sega Genesis fan, and I actually had another channel where I used to speak in Russian. It's a popular name. Well, it's not that popular nowadays, but it's historically one of the first rulers actually was Igor. He was second after Oleg, and that's a funny story. He was actually brutally killed. That's what he's famous for, because he was taking so much money from vassals. At some point he went to one of his vassals. I'm sorry, I forgot his name. That's like a long time ago, before even like probably BC. I'm not sure, but no, probably not. It's way, probably it's like year 800 or something. So he wanted to take more more taxes from vassals. And what they did, they expected him, they captured him, they put his body next to two trees together, and they had two trees, the rope around those two trees, so they were like, what's the word when you like pull very hard. So then they released the trees, and his body was like ripped apart, ripped in two halves. So that's how he died. That was kind of like a horrible story. That's why Igor is a popular name. I don't know what does it mean, but that's the story of the Russian ruler named Igor. That was crazy. And you know what happened later? Actually, his wife, Olga, he became like a very like badass right after that because she was upset he died, of course, obviously. So why did she? Of course, they expected them to be angry. He was a ruler, so she became temporarily a ruler, and she said, "Okay, you know, guys, no need taxes. We got your message, but we're going to confiscate birds from your village, from your city." So they took all the birds, and you can look it up. This is probably one of the famous stories in the history. You like read a story on in school. Yeah, this is in school. And actually, yeah, we learned a lot of history, and I really like history, and I'm really into medieval history. So we didn't have like medieval stories in Russia, but it's close. So she took the birds and she put like a little like matches, but like old versions. So eventually it would start burning. So they took birds from the city. They took all the birds and they put a little like what's the word? The thing you put in the gunpowder. I'm sorry, I'm not like 100% fluent in English, but so they did something like a small dynamite next to birds' legs. Sorry. So birds, the first reflex. So first thing that birds did, they went back to the city where they were raised, right? So they get back to the city where they were taken from, and that's the city where citizens killed Igor. So the birds went back, and by the time they went back in the city, they start burning, and that's thank you, Henry. Hey, Henry, nice to see you again. So yeah, and the birds went back to the town, and because it was happening during the night, because they took them during the day, and later that night birds get back to the city started burning because birds were naturally trying to get back to the places where they're being held, and back in the days it's all wood, right? It's all wood. So the city was like at the dawn, at the morning, all the buildings were on fire. So most of citizens died. So that was like a crazy story. She actually earned this like name of being violent and like very violent woman because she did this revenge for her husband for like him being killed like that with 2 trees. And yeah, most of people was burning alive because the birds went back and tried to like get back to their houses, little houses there. So yeah, that was a very interesting story in Russian history. That's like Igor and Olga. And Igor was killed because he was greedy, and Olga killed everyone who killed Igor because she was, I guess she was very like a woman of that time. When I'm thinking about Olga, I'm thinking like Cersei from the Game of Thrones. That's probably how she looked like. I've played a bunch of Crusader Kings too. Take place between. Yes. You know, it's actually that's what I was thinking about playing King Crusaders 3. They got the new DLC just like 2 days ago, and that's what I was thinking about playing later today after I finished this. So yeah, that's really yeah. You know, this is very interesting era, and this is a little spoiler for you guys. Okay, you see, I now need to erase the microwave, and because I went back, it's like I can't cancel my action, so I need to go back to do that. So this is a little spoiler for you guys because you're all here. That's a very cool thing. You see this guy, he actually captured the rare artifact from those the government ship. This is like a big government ship, space government. So he captured the artifact that is in his bag behind his back. He actually escaped with it. And do you know at which year he's going to drop on the Earth? He is actually going to land around year 800 in England. So he is going to meet King Arthur. So imagine that. Imagine you have like a super cool sci-fi like character with advanced technology going back to like medieval times, trying to like pretend like he's like alchemist or whatever. So that's the story we are creating right now, like on this channel. So this is a little spoiler. I'm not going to spoil too much because I know you're probably going to like maybe sell this to Netflix or whatever. But yeah, thank you guys for actually visiting. We're going to go back. Any chance you've seen The Last Kingdom? The Last Kingdom looks very good so far. Thank you, Henry. Yeah, Last Kingdom, no. I'm trying to watch nice historical movies. I'm really big fan of that. I really like the King Arthur and the like round tables, Knights of Round Tables. I actually, you know, another funny part, just to make this comic, I actually read The Death of King Arthur by the French author. I don't remember his name. This is like very first original book dedicated to the King Arthur himself, and this is about how he was born, how he was raised, and everything like that. So I did that just to make this comic, and it's about King Alfred. Okay, see, it's already being doing, but do they have actually badass superhero running away from this like Sauron guy? And he's actually based on Isaac Clarke from the Dead Space, so you can kind of see the resemblance here. No, I don't think so. So we're gonna just like blow the industry when this is released. You see that? You see that? Boom, boom, boom. Dead Space all around, man, all around. Yeah, that's what I thought. yeah. Actually, I based his look. This part is actually based on Arthur Clarke from Dead Space, and I have him like a picture reference. This part, however, I came up myself, and this is his weapon because it's like a little plates, and when he needed a shield, it goes like this, ching, 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 right? And when he needs a sword, it goes together and up, like just like a penis, right? Sorry. Okay. And bottom part is actually I borrowed from Japanese samurai. I can see the shape. Yeah. So this is going to be like really cool mix between medieval and space, and then later we're gonna have another cool character. Guys, this is going to be awesome, and I really started making it just, you know, to have fun, to just talk a little bit through the process. Maybe if you like art, you can maybe like give me some advice or learn from what I'm doing. But yeah, King Arthur is an interesting folklore, and it's not copyrighted, so you can actually do whatever. I'm going to sit down now, okay? I feel like I was standing a lot. I actually got this pillow last time you guys invaded my channel, so now I can sit longer. Because last time I was I was drawing for 4 hours, and my butt hurts when I do that. So today I'm gonna draw maybe a little bit less, but it's good that you came here at only 30 minutes in. Last time you guys got here, it was 4 hours, and last time we did a commission for Meat Canyon. This time I'm doing my own thing. So maybe you can give me suggestions, guys. Actually, if you have any ideas of how should we call this guy, what his name, right? Man, I'm a little bit like clumsy. What his name, and we will think if we want to implement that name. Don't sue me, okay? Don't sue me. If you like give me the name, I'm gonna use it. But that's cool, right? But don't sue me for that. And don't tell anyone he was like based on Isaac Clarke. Isaac Clarke was based on Isaac Asimov. That's the Russian. Oh, not the Russian. Sorry. I think he's European writer who wrote the Citadel, right? The very famous book about the futuristic book about the library, about the human legacy that left. I don't know if you guys know that. He's very famous. He was even like Elon Musk. He was Russian. Probably. I might be wrong. I don't want to like say something that I'm not sure about, so I'm not gonna tell you exactly. But he, I guess, one of the famous sci-fi writers back in the days, And I actually first time heard about him when Elon Musk told me, like, oh, you know, you should read this book. And I'm a big fan of oh man, I forgot his name. Solaris. Solaris is book by Stanislav Lem. Yeah. So Isaac Asimov, one of the greatest. But you know, if you read his book right now, it's not like action packed. It's actually more based on like the government system and like things like that, the politics, and it might be a little bit like why is he writing about that? But you know, it's kind of cool to think about how would the government would work in future, and I think that's pretty cool if you want to read that. And personally, I feel like I'm not gonna do that in my comic book. And this is actually, I'm not really even, oh my god, I'm not even trying to create a comic book. I mostly just want to like get the idea in this comic, and then I want to show it to somebody like in a studio, because I'm actually a professional illustrator, but I don't want to work for like, you know, there's difference. Like, you guys probably know like superhero comics like Batman, Spider-Man, and this is very interesting story. Superman was created by, as you probably guys know, Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster, and they like both were Jewish fellows, and they were very creative, and they didn't get they tried to put the character somewhere, and most places would say, no, that's just crazy, we're not going to publish that. Who cares about guy wearing a circus suit? That's another fun fact, guys. If you didn't know, Superman originally is wearing a circus suit. You know, just like strong guys in circus lifting something with the mustache like that, crazy mustache. The circus costumes. That's what the Superman original costume. He had a circus costume with the police badge on his chest. So that's a fun fact for you. I know a lot about comic books. I worked in that industry a little bit, not too much, but I know a lot because that's something I'm really passionate about. So I can tell you something. So those guys were actually kind of, you know, they couldn't take the profit from their character. They couldn't even had rights, you know, because at first they had to get this did not know that. Yeah, that's pretty funny. And the original contract was not great. There's so many authors, they still don't have their own rights for the characters. And because I worked as an illustrator, this is just like you get the job to draw maybe, let's say, Venom. Okay, like Johnny, come here, like a typical American name, right? Johnny, or what else? Joe, right? Average Joe, that's what people saying. Get here, I'll pay you $30, draw me Venom. Okay, that's cool, your comic book was like success, people read it, bought it. Okay, bye Joe, bye, and you be like, okay, can I have something from that? Oh no, you got your $30, right? You got your $30. Or you don't want to draw Venom. No, I want to draw Venom. So it's like, nobody cares who drew Venom. It's just, you know, it's Marvel, and you don't know, like even Stan Lee, there's so many interviews with Stan Lee, but there's one with I think Jerry King, is that the name of the guy? Jerry King from, they did 3, I think, and one of them, he actually asked him, like, did they pay you for making a movie based on your characters? And he said no. But did they pay you for acting as a cameo? Because you fly all the way from New York to Los Angeles. He said no. Like, why? And he said, well, you know, it's not my characters anymore. Like, what do you mean it's not your characters? And if you actually like look up to the history of so many characters, like Marvel characters, after Second World War, when people stopped caring about superheroes because, you know, there was like big bad guy with a mustache was defeated, and nobody really cared because they now know how it is like to get the real threat in the life. And that was like a decline for comic books, so they had to sell so many properties just to survive. And Stan Lee in actually one of those like guys who sold most of his IPs just to, you know, okay, that was a mistake. just to stay in business. And Marvel became part of the Disney, and things like that. So at the end of the day, what I'm saying is they don't own their own characters. He doesn't own Spider-Man anymore. And that's actually, if you look closely, whenever he gives the interview, everybody's saying, oh, you created Spider-Man. Yeah, I created Spider-Man. But he actually doesn't own Spider-Man anymore. And many people, they don't own rights to their own characters. This is something I don't want to be part of. I don't want to be just the guy who drew Venom and then got fired, and then another guy, because nobody care about those people. I want to be a guy who created this guy, and then I want to sell this guy. I'm not gonna sell him permanently. I want to just find a company who wants to make a cartoon or a comic book or whatever based on this character. Oh man, I'm doing this again. That's not gonna work. But yeah, I'm not going to give away my characters. We are living in nice time. This time right now, Disney got so many characters, like Star Wars, Marvel Comics, so many characters. When you think about competition, you'll think about, the DC characters, right? DC characters, they are. And then again, DC is actually were doing worse with the authors. They were doing worse. And there was the time, and this is historically very unfortunate, this is something that people don't want to know. They don't want you to know. But when there were a World War, right, the second one, so many writers and artists had to go to war, right? So they had to rely on editors to maybe hope that their work will be there waiting for them. And of course, so many of them were screwed over, full of no. Okay, I hope you guys find it interesting. I think this is interesting. So this was the period where good guys went to army, and the companies guys said, okay, how can we profit? So they did the worst thing. They forced people to sell their properties just to get money, sell their intellectual properties like Spider-Man, Batman, Superman, I guess one of the most famous, because Superman was sold during the World War II very unfairly, and those two guys, they tried to sue DC, Warner Brothers, whatever, never get the characters back, never get this Superman back. And those are actually my fellow Jewish guys. The Superman was created by two Jewish immigrants. They were smart. They went to America. And my grandfather went to Russia. Imagine that. Why? But whatever, it is what it is. You never know. It's safe, right? It's at least safe. It's all jokes, but we know we didn't have the best option like that. That's what he had at that time. Can't complain. So I feel like protecting your work is hard as an artist. I also feel kind of guilty as a Disney investor. Yeah, man, I'm also in the stocks, and I never like Disney. Nah. I was thinking about getting Netflix stocks, but nah, I didn't get any at this point. Maybe later. So okay, let's decide on his name and how cold it is. It's actually 0 right now, 0 in Celsius. I don't know if you guys know Celsius. I don't know any Fahrenheit in or anything. So yeah, protecting your IP is very important, and that's where okay, we have Disney, can't get that now, right? Now it's a very cool time. I mean, it's kind of difficult, but hear me out. There's pandemic, right? Okay, I'm sorry I said that out loud, but you know what I'm talking about. People actually right now, they are thinking about, okay, we need to launch Netflix, we need to launch Hulu, we need to launch Disney Plus, we need to launch Paramount Plus, HBO. All those guys thinking, okay, how can I make you pay me to watch my streaming service? And okay, if you Disney, you set, right? You have your Boba Fett, you have your Mandalorian and whatever. If you're HBO, I guess, who is right now in the country, who's making, like Gotham and the Batman shows. What's the name of the TV, like the channel? HBO? Do they have a channel like DC? Warner Bros, do they have a channel? They probably have one. But I mean, if you're like any other company, any other than DC or Marvel, you're thinking, okay, how do I make you to pay me to watch my service, right? I want you to pay me. So I need to put something cool on my service. Like Paramount recently, I don't know if you guys heard about that. Paramount even pulled Beavis and Butthead. And it's in the development right now. So they want to put it on the Paramount Plus so you can pay and watch it. I think something like that was happening with South Park, right? You know, the South Park TV show. So whenever there is a service, streaming service that wants something on their channel to make people pay for it, and most of them, they want, of course, already existing IP. It's so easy. If I put Batman, if I put Spider-Man, it's so easy, right? So that's what they're doing right now. But when there's a smaller channel, there's always a competition, right? And they thinking, oh, we should get something too. We should create something too. What's going on? Okay. We should create our TV show too. That's why they're using like anime, Cowboy Bebop or whatever, right? They just want you to like remember thing. Oh, remember that. Anime about Cowboy Bebop, remember that? Oh, I'm gonna pay to see like adaptation. Nah, but that's smart. You know why it's smart? Because even if you don't watch adaptation, you immediately think, oh, that was a nice show. Yeah, I want to re-watch it. Oh, where should I watch it? Oh, that's right. It's also on Netflix. And that's smart. Even if they don't watch the original show, you reminded people, oh, that's right. So things like that, little small details you can do here and there. And so it's 0 in Celsius, 32 Fahrenheit. Okay, thank you. You live in Russia, right? You got all the streaming services. No. I have my own streaming service. And it's called Kinopoisk. And that's actually translated as this. I got this too. Can you see it? Let me see. Let me pull up my yeah. So I got okay, you can see. So these two. And I go here. If I go here, this is the name. And that's where I can watch things, right? That's where I can watch things. This number one player. What is this show? What is it called? Free Guy number one, things like that. So yeah, it's like that. I do that, I pay for that, and I watch that, but there's not too many things on it. Are you able to use VPN? Yes, I am. I actually tried to do it in China, never got any success. That is really difficult, but I can do it in Russia, but it's very slow. Whenever they tell you it's fast, it's not. But you know, in Russia there's so many options to, we have this thing that where you can share with people something you bought, and they can watch from you because you shared it on the internet. This is not considered to be what did just happen? Did someone followed me? Hey, join the gang. Thank you guys. I tried to fix my notification from last time. You remember last time it never showed up? So this time I hope I worked hard so it works now. So yeah, maybe you could. Okay, so because here in Iceland, oh wow, there's so many cool guys joining the gang. And by the way, we are here round earth gang, okay? No flat earthers. I'm sorry. That was the ongoing joke on my channel. Iceland, we, for example, don't have HBO, Paramount Plus. We got the rest. Wow, guys. Like, what should I do? Should I stand up again, like, to salute you? Guys, thank you. Uh-oh, you're on the wrong channel. Uh-oh, so sorry, flat earthers. You need to click this red X on the top of your screen. Sorry, we're only round earth gang. No flat earth people here. Sorry, that's the discrimination that we are legally allowed on this channel. Actually, I'm from Russia, so discrimination in Russia is just like everyday thing, so like whatever. I'm joking, okay? So, HBO through a VPN. Oh, Iceland. We have a song about Iceland. That's where it's Reykjavik, right? That's the city. Reykjavik. We have a song about Reykjavik. Maybe you could tell us more about his backstory, like how or where. Oh, who? This guy. Oh man, this is something I love a lot. Oh, you live in there. That's so cool. We have a Russian rock song about this city. That's pretty cool, and it's very like a wholesome song about how Iceland looked like a moon covered with the snow. No flat Earth people here. Only crab people. You know, crab people. I really like that from South Park. Yeah, his backstory, this is amazing. This is something that I really hate about most comic books. I said that last time when we were just... Oh, you probably weren't here, right? Because I was alone for 3 hours. Sorry. Couldn't tell me you wouldn't come. Okay, I booked the table. I don't know what to tell you. But anyway, I actually explained a little bit how I hate when in comic books you have a bad guy, and whenever his motivation, like people ask about his motivation, and he just be like, because I can. No, that's just lame. I'm sorry, that's just lame. Can you be like a properly like damaged child and you decided to grow up and be evil? At least be like that, right? At least do that. Like, I hate when there's no reason for you to be evil. Walk like crabs. You know, like Shredder from Ninja Turtles? Such a deep backstory, right? He was like if you know, there are two versions of Shredder, and actually 3 right now if you count 2003 cartoon, but then they did another reboot. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm kind of old, so I only consider Mirage that they originally created Ninja Turtles and the Turtles from 80s, 90s. You know this, you know where the Shredder was like guy with the gray costume with the purple cape, and there's a Krang brain guy in the stomach of the big costume, and wears like a Technodrome. That's what these two versions I like. And if you look at both versions of Shredder, he was originally actually pretty deep character. He was like obsessed with the same girl, just like Splinter, right? The rat. But he was obsessed, and he was like, I'm not taking no for an answer. You coming with me, girl? And she's like, no, oh no. And he's like, no means yes to me. And he grabbed her, and I guess in the original comics, I'm not sure if he raped her, but I'm sorry. Can I tell that on the Twitch? Man, I'm so new to Twitch, I don't know what I can tell or not. How old am I? Well, you know, I feel like I'm kind of old enough. I mean, too old to say. I want to say that I'm younger than I am. How young do you think I am? How old do you think I am? I actually got a guy here another day, a viewer. He said like, oh, you look 20. And I'm like, wow, that's nice. That's a compliment. How old do you guys I think I am? I'm curious. We have so many followers, and man, I need to open Mikey's channel. What is he doing? Is he a Ninja Turtle? Is he Michelangelo from Ninja Turtles? I need to know. I need to know if he is a turtle. I love turtles. I love turtles. Oh. Oh, that's so nice. He actually links to my channel when he's offline. That's so cool. I want to follow him. Okay, I need to enter the Twitch. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not registered. 94, 91. Wow, so you want to make me older than I am. Okay, that's the first time. 81. 81, you mean I was born in 1981, or do you mean I'm just 81? You correct. You are correct. 81 it is. How did you, like, did my skin routine didn't work? What happened? Man, you know, whenever I talk to you guys, I'm so slow at drawing. I'm trying to get the work done. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm trying to get it done, okay? But it's so funny to just chat. There are people who just chatting, right? And I feel like you can't just sit there and chat, just like kind of like a monkey, right? I feel like I'm in the zoo or something when I just chatting. I want to just show you and tell you something like I did about the Marvel comics. You know who actually originally invented comic books? No. You have to guess. Born 1991. You know, you're actually pretty close to... Oh, just 91. Yeah, now we're talking. Just 91. Yes, I am in fact 91-year-old. I'm just a little older than Stan Lee. That's how I know a lot about him, right? We worked together. And I said I worked as an illustrator at Venom. Of course, because me and Todd McFarlane, we created this guy. We created Venom. Sorry to tell you guys, I am original artist who created Venom. No, really, no. I'm joking. I'm trying to be sometimes like, this is something very funny about Russia, I guess. We are naturally more sarcastic, I guess, than other people. Perspective of an artist, go ahead. I'm trying, yeah. You know, I actually once was walking with some of my friends, and there was an advertisement of the store, and they used Disney characters for advertisement. And I'm not stupid. I know just to use those characters, you need to pay a lot. But because the city was so small, they actually illegally stole those characters and used them for advertisement. Like, it's so funny. Sometimes you see like Leonardo DiCaprio like advertising some local store in Siberia just because they put his picture on it. And it's true. You go there, there's a big huge window, and there's Leonardo DiCaprio wearing glasses, and they just photoshopped the name of their brand on the glasses. And this is like so this is so strange because this is 100% illegal. But who is going to go there and, you know, work on that? Leonardo? No, that's a like small Siberian town, so nobody care really. And this is like hilarious. And I told one of my friends when I was walking, like, oh, look at that. You know, they paid Leo so much money just to advertise this little store. Amazing. And my friend's looking at me. You know, they probably stole it. I'm like, yeah, that's what I was trying to tell you. That's what I'm implying. That's the joke. I was trying to be sarcastic. And people tend to take my sarcasm as like I'm being serious, and sometimes they think I'm stupid. Like, can you see it? It's not like they didn't pay Leo. Come on, Igor. Can you actually read Igor? It's Ig Retro. So many people trying to read Ig Retro. What does crime look like in Russia? A little homicide. Man, I already told you last time, right? Like I got the knife in my arm. I can show you a little bit more. For those of you who are here for the first time, got the knife. Stop my arm. Stop the knife with my hand. How badass is that? Yeah. Well, that's kind of cool. I was reflex, but that guy had a gun. Actually, but he didn't shoot me because I guess he was a little bit afraid of already what happened. Never saw. Oh yeah, you can take a look. It's like a big scar that I got from knife coming in my hand, like this, right? Like in the butter. Boom. So yeah, and I must have missed it. Probably, yeah. So that's a kind of cool thing that I have now because I've been in a bad situation multiple times. I had my nose broken. I got a surgery and I had to be in the hospital. Was he stealing? No, he didn't like the way I was dressing. He thought I was dressing like a gay person. And the reason for that, because I had too colorful jacket, I guess. So yeah, and he wasn't alone. Of course, there was like a group of 10 people approaching. So yeah, he didn't like that, and they broke my nose. They stabbed my hand. They pointed gun at me, but then we talked a little, and they tried to, I guess, avoid the confrontation later on. They tried to. That was funny. They're like, "Oh, but you're Russian, right? You're Russian. Oh, so you're like my boy. It's fine. Come on." And I was like bleeding. Like, yeah, sure. I get back home. Oh, you want to see a funny picture of me? As when I did the surgery. I don't want to show a lot, sorry. But yeah. Did his group of people try to stop? No. They all hit me. They all pretty much were hitting me with their fists and legs. So, but that was a long time ago. And I only got surgery recently because, yeah, I didn't tell anyone. Of course, normally, naturally, it's not like it's a big deal. You know, I got stopped by criminals on the street a lot when I was a teenager. That's a normal thing. People were not stealing, robbing. They trying to just, you know, hold you and take things from your pockets. So things like that happen, and you can't help it. I once was actually approached by a drunk policeman who took me, and he was trying to put things in my pockets, but I'm not talking about that, sir. I probably shouldn't. But yeah, it's like you can't get any. How much of that goes in Russia? Is it only bad areas? Well, you know, it was happening like 10 years ago. I'm not a teenager, and right now I heard it's safe now. I'm not. Policemen can. Yeah, sure, of course, man. Policemen can. This is like. Sometimes they are more dangerous than you think. I got a story to, like, there was a situation. I got a friend back in the days when I was like 5 years ago. I had a friend. She had one parent who was physically abusing her. Well, okay, I'm gonna maybe trying to tell like the general story. She had only grandfather, and he was. I don't know if I should tell that. Well, what I'm saying is, she needed somewhere to stay because she couldn't stay at home, and I let her stay in my place because I was living by myself. And then police came in and took me for that, and they were. I don't know if I should tell that story. People are leaving because I'm saying those depressing things. Well, I'm just saying, you know, it's not always safe to not confront, but even like to be approached by a police guy. They knew what to do though. They didn't harm me a lot. They didn't hit me in the face. Storyteller, you have great stories, man. If you can't tell, don't say it. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's just like I would like to tell you something, but I feel like we are on this like internet platform where anyone can just, you know, come after me and, oh, you know, he said this and that. So we now have like evidence, and because we have this situation in my country where they actually created the law against what how do you call it in English when people saying something that is not true about you? Not lying, but it's like you're lying, but you're making person look bad in public. It's like on Twitter to saying something. In US can't say pretty much whatever, but you yeah, should turn off clips. Well, that's the double-edged sword. I kind of feel like, yeah, there are some things that I'm not really allowed to say, but at the same time, I feel like I want to be honest, and I think people might find it interesting. I'm pretty sure not everyone know that. Even some people in Russia right now, they are like, what are you talking about? Like, nobody approached me with the knife or something like that. Like, what are you saying? And I'm like, oh, I guess it's not happening anymore. But it was something that was happening a lot from I guess 1990s to 2006. I guess maybe 2010. Can't talk about it, totally get it. I love learning and hurting. Yeah, thank you. Oilex. Olex. Oh, I remember you from last time. I couldn't say your name last time as well. You the one who are living with a hot girlfriend, right? I'm not sure if I probably... Oh, I'm sorry if I'm wrong. But yeah, I have some stories to tell. I feel like I would like to share, but I'm kind of... Like, I don't want to talk about the sad stories because they might get me in trouble. But again, as long as I am just a small Twitch channel nobody care about, it's fine. It's fine. Like, I had a YouTube channel, Russian YouTube channel, the same name, but I said so many things there. I was afraid for my life for a short period of time. Like, I was worrying, but then like nobody watches me, so it's fine. You know, we actually had a guy. How hot or hard? Well, if she's hot, somebody should get hard. I mean, I have a hot wife. Oh, sorry. Well, I'm sure your wife is hot. I mean, if it's your wife, she's probably hot. You seems like a nice guy. Pretty sure you would pick a hot girl. It's not always about being hot, but you know, it's like if she can be hot for you. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you like person, you kind of like finishing the picture, even if it's sometimes not how other people see it. So it's not even that. I don't know if what I'm saying makes sense. Man, I feel like this is not a right color. I want to make it darker. Defamation. That's right. Yeah. This is something you need to be very careful about. Thank you, Henry. Sorry. Thank you, Bruna Land, from Iceland. So, you know, this is something that I really love about being a small channel. So, yeah, I have an iPad. Can you see it? I don't know. I have a delay, so I don't know if you can see it. That's what I like about having like a small channel, because that's what I had in my YouTube. I still have like a small channel, and I'm not doing anything for that, but I'm not making videos anymore. But when I did that, I had like the same people watching me, and that was so nice because I remember every one of them, and I can like, oh, I remember you have a dog named North, right? And you like to play Fall Guys and played with me last stream or whatever. So that's a nice thing, because some of them are actually like following me on Instagram where I put my art in, or like some of them are here, subscribe to me here, and this is very nice. Like I'm memorizing your I don't think I'd be with my girlfriend if I didn't think she was hot. Yeah, that's fair. You know, that's always like a challenge sometimes when you're looking for a girlfriend, or when you like considering to maybe start dating somebody. And let's say you go to a dating app. Okay, let's go. You go to a dating app, and then you see a girl, and she is and you look at the picture. Wow, like this is amazing. She's hot. You know what we can do? You know what we should do? We do this, and then it's easy. Bam. Yeah, much easier. Bam. Let's say she's hot. Yeah, we have Tinder in Russia. Yeah, we are not North Korea, okay? We have limitations, but we are not. I kind of want to say we're not that crazy, but then I'm thinking, oh, I feel like we kind of heading towards that direction. But as for now, I can tell we're not that crazy, I guess. Man, I kind of don't like this color palette. What is this? What is this? It's too bright. Go dark. Come on, man. So, imagine you're on a dating app and you see a hot girl and you feel like, well, man, I should write that girl. She's hot. She looks amazing. And then you read the description and there's like, the question on her description, is math related to science? Okay. Okay, now you have all information you need. What would you do? What would you do? Will you actually still text her or something, or you'll think, okay, maybe I need somebody smarter? My parents are from Poland. You're in Moscow. Yeah, I am in Moscow. That's convenient, right? You can tell anyone that you're from Moscow, because if you tell that, oh, I'm from this city, they're like, oh, okay, I guess. Is it close to Moscow though? I guess St. Petersburg, right? St. Petersburg? No, still, okay. Well, nobody knows a lot of like Russian cities. Russian women are gorgeous. Yeah, they are nice. They are amazing. Like, this is something I feel like we have like luck with. So many Russian women that I've seen around US that are DIMES. Okay, you'll need to explain me here, because I don't know what does that mean. You know how much time like passed since I actually understand what SMH means? Like, I'm not smart about those things. Good looking. Okay, yeah, they are good looking. But it's funny because here we have this so-called patriarchy, right? Like, oh, men should be like do everything, basically, pay. And well, it's not that bad. I mean, it's still like they are feeling nice about like being housewives and cooking and supporting you and taking care. Great looking, like diamonds. Okay, so that was not an abbreviation, that was dimes. How long does it take for you to finish a 40 pages comic? Well, it depends. Usually, like, if you look at me doing this with the speed I'm doing it right now, which is terrible, I usually much faster than that. But I enjoy talking to you guys. I feel like next time I stream, you won't be here for some reason, like last time. And I feel like, okay, I'll take my time, I'll take my opportunity, and to have a little conversation. This is difficult times. We need more. We need more socializing. I feel like, I mean, this is something I'm missing on. Man, I really want to make it just straight up dark. Is it too dark? I don't know. Kind of too dark. I don't know. It's usually one page. I can make it in 2 days. I can make it in 1 day if I want to, but there are other things I'm probably gonna be busy doing. So yeah. No, it's not legal. It's not legal. That's unfortunate, because you know me, I'm actually a very like open-minded person. I don't think to work as a is there a literal word, is there a nice word to say this profession? Is there a word for that? Like when you get money from having intercourse. Yeah, sex worker. Probably, yeah. You know, it's popular in Europe. This is another story. Like, I have so many stories. I actually tried to get education as an illustrator and graphic designer in Prague, and that happened just exactly when there's the situation with the world happened, and I couldn't go. You know, I'm trying to go like whenever I can. I would take my opportunities to go somewhere if I can. And I couldn't get the visa. I still can't get the visa. And so, but I did online classes. So I wanted to go to Europe, and I felt like this is like an amazing thing. It's like, if you don't feel like you're ready for a family, and I don't feel like I'm ready for like a family. I would be happy to just go pay like 20, 30 bucks or euros. I'll just have some fun time without being too much involved in, and then just leave, and that's fine. I feel like that's a nice thing to do. Every husband and wife must be cheating on each other in Europe. You think so? It's like, it's like, is it cheating though if you're just going to a gentleman's club? It's not like you cheating. I personally, I feel like there is difference. There is a difference. Maybe there's so many people who disagree, but I feel like there is a difference. I mean, like, come on. Why it doesn't match, is it? You know, I figure out the problem. I guess I'll just make this one piece, and then everything else is red. Yeah. See, we need to think about colors. But I mean, if you have a wife, right? Like, for example, or maybe like anyone, like Bruna Land or Henry, or you guys, anyone. I have a wife, for example, and she goes to pay like 20 bucks to have fun with the Jeremy, right? With Jeremiah, the beautiful man called Jeremiah. Should I be angry if she just came back and like do the same like everyday thing? She's just like, oh, you know, I needed some like time off, or just like I want to have some fun, just evening with the girls, you know, or whatever. I would think so. It's cheating if they have sex and are married to someone else. Well, see, that's straightforward. That's something that most people would say. That's something that most people would agree. And I guess this is just my mentality, that I would actually go. I would go, like, if I have a wife, I would go then to pay 20 bucks to some lady to do something like cool stuff with her mouth or whatever, and then I'll just go back to my house and be a nice guy, because maybe I had so much stress and now I need some relief. I'm not necessarily considering it cheating. Like, I don't know, it's just, I guess it's just me. So it's just all red. I don't know, the colors, man, the colors. I guess he's gonna be red. Depends on if you are open. No, if you're married, if this is your wife, right? If this is your husband, wife, things like that. So I guess we'll just make him like that. Make him like red-ish. I'm gonna make some more cool details on his costumes to make him more like old. Not old, but the costume like being a little bit broken. That's what we're gonna do later. It's gonna look so cool, man. But usually it's like 2 days for one picture, for one page, something like that. But yeah, but at the same time, that was your girlfriend, wife should be before too, to the relief. Yeah, that's also, I would probably, it's like, it kind of bugs me, right? It's kind of like hurts a little bit. I feel like I don't want my wife to go there, but then I should be fair. If I want to go there, then she can go there too. But this is another question. Like, if she is enough for you in terms of like in the bed, right? Is she good enough? Is she doing everything you want her to do? And I know there are like things that people won't accept, or like we all have our own like crazy things we want, right, from people. Not religious, so I don't know. I would not do it personally. Oh, I see, Bruna, right? Is that, can I call you Bruna? Bruna Land. It's illegal in Iceland. Ah, oh, that's so. I guess I won't go to Iceland then. I guess. No, I'm joking. I would go, but I used to deliver pizza. Oh, yeah, we have those too. But it's illegal, right? And you can get diseases. It's not like official work. You can't get a woman and she'll be like completely healthy, checked, all papers checked, documents, you have a nice clean room. So it's not like that. You just don't know what's up about that woman. And I actually once personally met with a girl. That's crazy. I actually met her like back in the days, like long time ago, in the dating app, and she was a worker like in the massage salon, massage, right? So-called massage. So that was she was a nice person, but she explained me in a way, and I felt like, man, that's not safe. You can get disease for life, and you don't want that. You don't want that. Massage, yeah. All the women, they were Eastern European. Eastern European, what's that mean? East, West, East, like Asians. And the guy that ran it was Icelandic. That's such a cool word, Icelandic. I'm imagining like the guy from the Valhalla cover from Assassin's Creed, right? The Viking. He had weed growing in the basement. I accidentally saw it once. Oh yeah, man. So it definitely happens. Everyone. Okay, shortens to Bruna. If she's not good, I would leave them, lol. I mean, I'd get it there more to, yeah, just the bedroom and all, but yeah. You know, it's like when if it doesn't work in bed, it's probably not gonna work like at all. You can't really get far. Just be like nice people talking to each other. It's really difficult. It's really difficult. Okay, what am I doing? I can just fill it in. Massage. I like the word too. Name. The guy is you're drawing that name. Name? Oh, we can make him like a not name, right? But like how do you in English you can do whatever, right? You can do like that, something like that. Name is how do you read that? Gnome? No, it's kind of like gnome. Nah. Well, we'll think something, but I like the idea. You also delivered pizza to the ladies. Ooh. Was that a special delivery where you can hold your pizza box without your hands? Don't lie to me, I know it. Was trying to find a name that would remind you of something in the medieval ages. Yeah, it's like we should think about something like that. But also, he is not a knight, right? He's just like a sci-fi, like bad guy, just like a Darth Vader. Got a sausage delivery. Oh man, that's nice. That sounds cool. I wouldn't want to. Well, maybe it was delivered by a woman. That's what they do in what's the country? Bangkok. What is the country? Thailand. In Thailand, you can get. Oh, that's too much. You can get your pizza delivery, sausage pizza, special big sausage from a woman. Not really. Thailand. Yeah. When I was working in China, well, basically not working, just I don't want to say that because when I was in China, some of my friends went to Thailand. Some of my friends who were in China with me, because I didn't. I only went to South Korea, right? South Korea, Seoul. That's a nice area. So some of my friends went to Thailand. And you won't believe it, they are standing on the street with the big sign with the price tag. Lady boys. Oh, lady boys. That's true, lady boys. You know, if it's still a lady, like if it's, I mean, I what are we talking about here? Come on, man. Who started this conversation about like, yeah. You'll get me in trouble for saying those things, but you know, I'm not judging people who decide to work in this industry. I completely understand and I support those people. Like there was a situation at some point. I don't know if you heard about that. That was something happening in Russia actually. People would use a software that helps you to find a face on the social media. and they would write to friends of those people, or sisters, brothers, fathers, mothers, about them being on the adult websites. Imagine that. Imagine that. Can you imagine that? What's the point? Like, what's the reason? Like, okay, you went to a website, you watched a video, you enjoyed yourself. Why would you, like, why would you do that? I had fun for here. Gotta go hang out with some friends. Okay, have fun, man. Have fun. If you know, if your duty is calling, if your duty is calling, you know what I'm saying? You gotta go. You gotta answer. I got you followed, so I'll try to pop. Thank you, man. Thank you. I hope you'll be here as well. I hope I'll be here. I hope you'll be here. I think there's like a bell, and if you ring a bell, then you know when I'm going live. So it's nice because at start I have a lot of energy, and when it's like 4 hours in, I'll probably be just like my throat will die. I'm still drinking water to stay hydrated. Did you guys got that reference with the duty? I'm so smart, right? Yeah. So back to our character. I'll probably like need to have some progress happening. So we are going to use different color for this area, and this area. 200 IQ. That's right. At least 200 IQ to understand that joke, right? That was so deep. It's like I'm 14 again. His cape will be more like light, I guess brighter. I don't know. And he's definitely going to have like light. See, this is something you need to see. This is so cool. Oh man, look at that. Look at that glowing, boy. That looks sick. Lit. That's how teenagers saying. Lit. Sick as heck, dude. That looks cool, right? That's a nice brush. That's what we're gonna do later. And I'm also going to do this. I'm gonna also do this. Like this, you know, like thing happening around his head like that. Man, that's gonna look sick. We're gonna do that later. So yeah, this is gonna be like, again, actually the reason why I'm doing a page like this, because I want, again, I know you guys watching me, so I'm not doing boring pages like I did last time. I'm not doing these pages like small boring pages. I know you guys want to see big splash page, right? You want to see big action page. Otherwise it's kind of boring. So I'm not doing this page, right? I didn't finish it yet. There's still things to be finished here. I didn't finish it, but I'm gonna finish it later, and I'm pretty sure it's not that interesting for you. We're going to do big page here. So yeah, we're gonna make him look very cool. It's gonna look so cool you wanted to buy a action toy of this guy, huh? You see what I'm doing here? You see what I'm doing here? I'm creating an IP. I'm creating a character that will be able to be like a action toy, comic book character, animation character. He's gonna be like a shredder of my story. But he's not the only one. He's not the only one. I was thinking, guys, this is something very important. This is something I'm not sure if I should tell you that, okay? This is big deal. This is big deal. I was thinking if we can actually make a character for another part of the story, and you know how these characters will look like. Oh man, I'll give you a little hint. Okay, I need to change my brush. Don't show anyone, okay? This is confidential. This is very serious stuff. This is very serious stuff. It's very serious stuff. Okay, ready? You ready? Yeah, I'm checking my doors. I'm checking my door steps. something like that. Well, it's not final version. You get the point though. Somebody's just tuning in. They think like, what the hell is going on, right? What is this? So I was thinking about making a race. Like, what was the last time you actually saw somebody like Sonic the Hedgehog in a comic books besides Sonic Hedgehog? Well, we can even go further. We can go even further. We can make this character. We can make a character. Okay, I'm going too far now. Okay. What I'm saying is, you know, there are people who are into this. I was just joking. I should create Mikey character. That's a good point. He helped me a lot. Like, I never had so many viewers in my 5 years of YouTube. I did over 360 videos, never had 10 viewers. I mean, 10 probably. I had 10, but he now opens the opportunity for me, right? Because you can share this video, you can tell your friends, you know, there are other people who might come in. So now it's like something that never happened. Okay, somebody send me the clip. Here's a clip. Can you do like a quick 5-minute art of his face? Would be sick. Okay, I'm gonna open it on my another. It's gonna be muted. Okay. Oh, he's doing. Yeah, he's into stocks too. Okay. So, guys, I'm not going to like talk about stocks because this is financial things, and I don't want people to like listen to me and then blame me or whatever. But okay, let me try to maybe do a little quick drawing. It's not gonna be ideal. It's gonna be like a little sketch. I can do that, but you know, I feel like I owe him like a proper like big maybe character. So I'm gonna do like a quick sketch just now, and it's not gonna be final. I'm using the picture you sent me, the reference. It's kind of like a rounded but not so rounded glasses. He has like nice jaw. I'll give him that. He has like nice man jaw. Like can be a Batman even. Like this guy can be. I want to make him more like add some more, maybe more details that not necessarily like I can even see on him right now. You know, when you're making a character, but then you feel like, yeah, you should like go a little bit beyond what you see. So I'm gonna make like a base. Has a nice jaw, man. I'll give him that. I'm gonna make it this jaw like a Johnny Bravo jaw. I feel like that's kind of cool. Or maybe like, you know, the guy, Duke Nukem. I really want to go full in with that jaw, right? And then his hair. I don't wanna make his hair too messy. Like on this video you send me is kind of too messy, and if it's too messy, then it's kind of difficult to see the face. But I will cover this part with his hair. I want to make it more like he is like a Lone Ranger or something like that. And then like huge neck, right? A huge muscle. Then we're gonna draw like veins here later on. Well, there are not too many veins for a normal person. Then he's gonna have like a mouth here, but because he has a mustache, it's like a sexy man lips like that. And then we're gonna add like a Dr. Disrespect style of mustache. It's kind of look like Dr. Disrespect in this area. I'm giving that. And then like a huge lip, like so kissable, right? Like I feel conflicted a little bit. Okay, we're gonna have a shadow, but we're not going to focus on that. We're gonna like a huge chin, and then he has this orange t-shirt like the one I see here, and it seems like he's kind of like tilted. I'm gonna add him like more muscles here like that, right? And it's gonna have like, you know, the chest is like M word letter, no, W, sorry, not M. Hey, yeah, I'm drawing Mikey. So the cool thing about drawing like W, it's because you can do it in any shape or form. It later will help you to like move the other parts of the body because they all like connected, right? So again, this is like a short sketch. It's not probably final. I'm gonna tilt to. I'm gonna maybe I shouldn't put it here. Maybe I'll move his arm a little bit downside. I want to make. He's like dancing, right? He's like, yeah, got the stock on the right price. Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about. He's like dancing this dance when people do this. Stonk. Oh, Mikey, yeah. Stonk. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you are. That's pretty cool. So I'm I never draw a person from the chat, and like it's kind of interesting. So I'm gonna do this dance where you're like very happy because you got the good price. Again, this is sketch. Then you're gonna have like a big knee here because this is like a foreshortening, and you like have a big shoe right here in front of the camera, and then it's gonna be like another part there, right? Your other shoe. So this is like a small sketch, and then I'm going to make it smaller, and then I'm gonna make another layer. It's all gonna be very quick. And I'm gonna do yeah, he advised me to do that. I'm gonna do like a little clean line art. It's not gonna be probably again 100% perfect because this is something we're gonna do real quick, but we're gonna make it look kind of cool. And you know what? I feel like you would benefit a lot from using neon lights. It looks like it will fit your style. Something like purple or maybe red. Huge chin. Yeah. Nice jaw, man. I really think it looks so badass. I can literally put like a Batman costume right here, right? And gonna look so cool. So maybe add like a little smirk here. Right? Kind of like, yeah, I know. Crimson chin. Yeah, that's for sure, man. That's like his big thing. It's like whenever you draw someone, you need to pick one thing that makes him recognizable. And I feel like with Mikey, it's his chin and maybe mustache. It's kind of funny. I rarely like draw real people. It's kind of interesting experience. And you know, with real people, it's easy to do something wrong because like if you do, it's easy to say, oh, you know. But when you draw something that doesn't exist, then nobody will tell you, oh, this is wrong, because like there is no wrong, because everything is just the way you draw it. I'm gonna add him like a little what's the name of that guy? Rock Lee from the Naruto, like highlights on his hair, like a little bit like that. I don't know if I can fill it in. Yeah, I can do that. It's kind of funny. And his banana. Oh, which banana? What do you mean? What are you implying here? I'm not into men's bananas. Well, maybe a little bit, but no, I'm joking. I'm joking. Can't joke like that. What is this song? What is this song? I need to change the radio. It's kind of getting annoying. Let's go to synthwave. Yeah, it's more like it. So we are going to add the pattern. Oh, bandana. Sorry, not banana. That's my fault. My fault. So yeah, he's gonna have like. So first, because it's dark, we're gonna do like this, and it's like a tricky way. It's not correct way what I'm doing right now, but I'm doing this just because it's a quick way to not, you know, put the hair in the black, because otherwise it's gonna be difficult to tell which part is his bandana and which part is his hair. So we're gonna do like a quick pattern, and it's not like, it doesn't have to be ideal, because you kind of can understand, right? It's like a bandana. They most of them, they have this pattern. So yeah, it's kind of like understandable. So something like that. Yeah, bandana is pretty cool. It's something that I consider like wearing when I don't have, like, when my hair are messy. So yeah, huge neck. And here we actually kind of made it too far, so I'm gonna maybe fix some parts of his body. Yeah, it's kind of way too far, to be honest, but it kind of makes sense, you know, in a little small way. You know, it's whenever you draw not from the reference, like just like on off the top of your head, it's always like really not the same way when you draw from the reference. I guess I just want to say, like, using a reference is a big help. And when you on the other hand, when you just draw like something that you think should look like, you might end up with a crazy result, and that's kind of cool, right? So he's kind of like jumping in the joy, like, yeah, got that stock, baby, got that thing going. Woo! And the thing I'm kind of like afraid here of is his legs, because in the perspective okay, sorry, I'm dying from like you. Oh, thank you. You're here as well. I thought your duty is calling. Your duty is calling. You got the joke? Your duty is calling. I'll wait for the laughs, because I know that was brilliant. He does. It's good, thank you. Man, I kind of want to add colors, but then I feel like it's gonna be like another 2 hours. Let's make his arm go a little bit that way. Let's go make it like it's in front of the camera, you know? It's like big, huge arm going this way, right? It's like that, right? No, it's gonna be like a bigger. It's gonna be like that. So you can't, man, my eraser is crazy small. It's crazy small. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, maybe we'll make different versions of him later on. So something like that, right? And we're gonna make it like big, so you don't have to actually draw his hand. Arm, we draw his hand super big. Actually, I want to do like this, maybe. Yeah, so it's gonna be like this. Wow. Again, this is not gonna look you kind of understand what is happening here. Skinny legs, though, he's saying. I have no idea what he's talking about. punching the monitor. Maybe he is punching the monitor. I really wanted him to like dance here a little bit. Actually, haven't decided on all his costumes yet. He's gonna have like a funny. Oh my god, man! I want to make his like jeans or something. It's something you can do to make it like really realistic looking. You do this, right? You do this, and then you do this, and then you do this. It kind of looks more realistic like that, right? Little tricks, tips and tricks. So yeah, and then we're gonna make simple shadowing. You know what? We're gonna make simple shadowing still. I feel like there's so much more potential here. And then we're gonna sell it as NFT. No, I'm joking. Yeah, I'm not into NFT. And I'm actually gonna start making a shadow already. Like, I feel like we can do that. We can make like a little shadow here. Imagine people doing that. They'd be like drawing PewDiePie and then selling it as an NFT because he's famous and he has no idea about that to be the thing, right? So that's how you do a simple shadowing. That's how you avoid details. How you avoid details? Right? You just put shadows sometimes where it's supposed to be and sometimes where it's not supposed to be, but it all kind of makes sense together. And then you add like small little details so it doesn't look too empty. Then you add like extensions of muscles, and then there's your neck bone. That's too much, I guess. Then you add a big shadow under his lip here, right? Be careful with shadow under nose because sometimes it kind of doesn't look like shadow. It kind of look like mustache, right? So we can add like a big shadow from his chin here. Oh, that's gonna cover a lot of space. We don't want to do that. It's gonna be too much. So yeah, you like now we kind of have the basic version. So, and the more we going, it's just gonna be more details. So it's not gonna be a lot of new things here. So kind of like this, and then it's like this, right? His arm, there's a little shadow here, and don't forget to put like shadow on underneath of his arm, because if it's like facing up, and like all this area is under the shadow. And sometimes you add just like that, so it's like you can still see the fingers, but you can tell they kind of going under the shadow. Sometimes you can do that. It's cross hatching. Mikey's these. I like that he sees this. That's pretty cool. You're a superhero. Once the eyes come in, it's gonna be real. Well, I actually wanted to make his like glasses like glowy, like maybe some neon lights like that glowing. You know what I'm saying? Well, not on this layer, but yeah, you got the idea. Maybe I'll add eyes. We'll see. So yeah, this like things like that. There's cross hatching here. It's not too much, otherwise it's kind of too much information. Like you don't really need that much. And if you're good, you'll add cross hatching that will follow the direction of the like muscle or the shape. But some people just do whatever, like being lazy, and like I can completely understand that. Sometimes it's just like, why would you spend that much time on it, right? It's kind of getting complicated. Okay, so he's gonna have like very make this at NFT and you'll buy it. Oh yeah. Nah, man. You just save the picture, okay? Just pause the video, save it as JPEG, and there you have it. Because, like, for real, I'm not sure if you really need NFT. Like, what are you going to do with it, right? Like, it's not like there's something to do about it. It's something you do with the boots just to make it look more 3D, you know? It's not always gonna look like super good, but it's just to make it more in depth, you know what I'm saying? Oh, that's a nice song. I like that song. I know that song. It's gonna have like a big line here, maybe. Okay, maybe it's too much details again. So let's just do this. Let's just do this, and then we're just gonna do this here. I don't want to make it completely black. And then we're gonna add like little shadowing here, so you kind of can feel like it's cloth, right? It's like going around the leg, like flying a little bit in the air. That's kind of thing you do. Then you add like here. So just like a small little details to add more information. Mike K to the rescue. That's so cool you found my channel, man. I feel like so lucky. I never been lucky in my life. I feel like, man, I don't want to say that I'm unlucky. Like whenever there is an opportunity for something cool to happen, I feel like it's always like if there competition or there is something happening, I never like even once it's gonna stomp on the stalks. Okay, let's keep this stock topic going. I'm gonna look a little bit more in depth on that. And the thing is, I want to make this leg more like in the shadow, so I don't have to actually worry about details. And I want to make it more 3D, so I'm gonna make it like a round. It's like when you do it round, it makes more sense because now it kind of feels like it's going from there, right? Like here, and it's going here. So kind of like that. And then you just add. Sometimes you can go creative with coloring, with the shadowing. Even if you do shadows, you can do funny things like this. Like you can do maybe like this, you know. So you can kind of be a little bit creative on that. It's kind of cool thing to do as well, right? So we're gonna do that. He's gonna stomp on the stalks. Let's do that. Let's make him stomp on the stalks. on the candles. I don't know if you call it candles in English as well. We call it candles in Russian. I actually have stalks. I recently got China Telecom stock being sold because they left our bank market just a couple days ago. It's kind of like a Mario, right? It's kind of like a Mario. Yeah, he's wearing clothes. He's kind of look like a little bit naked at the first glance, but then like no, he's wearing something, right? Just add some details so you can tell he's wearing clothes, right? And maybe add some more like clothes. Yeah, we need to add like a t-shirt, right? T-shirt. Oh yeah, let's do that. That's the cool thing we can do about the t-shirt. We can just make it like that. And then there you go. He's wearing a t-shirt. Right? And we add another part here. This one gonna be like, okay, it's more like this way, face this way. And then we can add like a shadow coming over it because your hand is your t-shirt sleeve casting a little shadow. And then we're gonna go like for the background, right? And gonna make like like something like this. Right? Something like this. Something like this. Candles. We call it candles. Let me see the chat, guys. Sorry. Favorite artist is a great. Oh, thank you, man. A stock chart, basic stock chart or something. Yeah, stock chart. Yeah. Candles. So something like that. Pretty basic, but you know, it's kind of funny, right? This is like a thumbnail. Yeah. So this is like the Wix. What do you mean Wix? I don't remember. I like this drawing a lot. The candle Wix. Oh, you mean like a thin line? Like thin line? Well, I remember, but I feel like if I add thin line, it's gonna be too like overcrowded. It's just kind of. And yeah. Oh, you know, there's another one thing we can add. I'll make it. I kind of don't like this one. It's kind of look like a nipple. And this one too. I'm gonna do like this. Like this, right? But the cool thing we can also do, we can go ahead and add. There's one thing I wanted to do with this color. I'm with this brush. I'm gonna do like stonks here. I don't know if that's gonna work. It's really like gonna be tricky to do. So I'm gonna do that. And it's gonna look better when I make the opacity bigger. So don't worry. Don't worry. I'm gonna make another one. Nipples are good. Yeah, they are. But I'm not sure if Twitch will be okay with nipples. Like nipples, the men have nipples. Why is it okay for men to have nipples, but not okay for women? So we'll go like 50. You know, it's or maybe 60. Let's go 60. Okay. And this one is 62. So kind of like that. Maybe a little bit more on this one. It's kind of funny now, right? Kind of look cool. I like it. Again, it's quick, it's basic, it's of course I would I hope you like it, like whoever, like I'm sorry, oh, actually can do like this. Oh man, we can do something like yeah, you know, there's a lot of things you can do. I'm just gonna keep going if I will do something like this. There's a lot of cool thing you can do. Yeah, well, we did basic thing. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Let's go back to boring stuff. Sorry guys, I kind of have to make my comic. Yeah, but I think you're gonna like it. Like you requested, we did it. No problem. Like it's not, maybe there's something I should be like doing donations, like, oh, you want this character, that's kind of something maybe like this in future. But yeah, we can do that maybe in future if people are going to like that. Okay, that was fun. That was fun thing to draw. Thank you for suggesting that. That's pretty cool. Stocks. Is this a game? Stocks. Is it even a game? Stocks and bonds. That's interesting. I never heard about that being something you would stream. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, you know? That's something to show that the market nowadays and like overall the idea is it's a game with real money. It's like the market nowadays is so available for everyone, right? It's so available for everyone, and we all can, you know, get into that and learn more about that, and this is very cool. I think this is very cool that we can do that. I think we are definitely, like, there are good things about our, like, timeline, right? There are people saying, "Oh, we are living in the worst timeline." That's such a strange sentence, like statement. Like, we are actually very lucky, to have what we have, and like the stock market never being that easy. Like, I used to do stocks before there was like games or apps for that. So you will go to the website. I'll tell you that. I don't know if you guys know that. You'll go to website. That's at least that what would you do. That's what you would do in Russia. You go on the special, not the website even. You go to a special software app on your computer installed by a bank employee, and then you need to, if you want to make a sale or to buy something, you would actually call your bank, tell the secret number, and then they'll make a deal. And that's the process you would do every time. It's every day, bro. That's the process you would do every time you want to buy or sell something. And you wouldn't be able to like be fast on that. You will need to wait. You will need to say a special code. That would be a nightmare to do. But that's something that we did. Like I did. And there's so many people who were like, "Oh, that's so complicated. I don't want to do that." And understandable, right? That's really what nowadays it's so easy, but unfortunately still there are so many people not into that. I feel like if you have money, like, this is my opinion, it's not a recommendation or anything. If I have money in my bank account, I would rather buy Apple stocks or Target stocks or Netflix stocks. I don't know, and it's just an example. It's not like, it's not real. It's not I'm doing that. I'm just saying as an example. But I feel like if it's in stocks, it's most probably, if it's not like some stupid company that nobody knows about, it most probably will be growing. That's my opinion. I feel that that's a better investment, and I've been doing that since 2018, and I got a lot of profit from that. I know it's not easy to get the good stock, pick a good company to invest in, so it's not like, oh, you know, it's not that easy, I know, but I feel like it's something worth looking into. So it's a really cool thing that you guys came from the channel, surprisingly not an art channel. That's really, I didn't expect that. Like, my first thought was, okay, you probably guys came from the art channel or something like that. There are not too many art channels on Twitch. You wouldn't find like you wouldn't find artists with like 10,000 viewers. It's mostly video games for some reason. Oh man, that's why it's not working the way I want it to. Gotta erase it manually. What color should his hands should be? And pants? What do you guys think? Black? You think black? Well, you see, if we make it black, it's hard to draw shadows. So I kind of want to make it kind of different. So what do you guys say? Should it be like red like this one? Let's see. How does it look? Does it look all right? I think it looks all right. And you know, I purposely left this area open so you can tell that his costume is not like 100% ideally fitting. So I'm gonna go down now. I'm gonna go. I like it. Okay, so I'm gonna go here, guys. I'm gonna get back in a moment. And oh no, it's broken. No, go up, go up. Sometimes when you touch it too quick, it goes back down. So I want to stand up and I want to move a little bit. So yeah, let's use red. This red. Oh no. Ah, that's not right. So we're gonna use it for his gloves as well. And I feel like he is kind of nice character to make like gotta get going. Have a great rest of the stream. Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you for everyone who joined and participated and in discussion. And like we still remember we still don't have a name for this character. So if you guys have ideas, you feel free to write his name in the chat. I'm going to maybe pick something. The deal is you are not suing me for using that name. That's the deal. So if you are writing his name in the chat, you are agreeing that I'm gonna use it, and you're not going to ask me to put your name in the creators. But maybe I'll put your name. Maybe how about that? That's a nice song. Hear that? I like that. So yeah, we're gonna think about the name for the character. It shouldn't be too crazy. I feel like it should be just like a general Zod, right, from the Superman, something like that. Like what his name, his parents, right? Oh, I forgot to tell you his backstory. Well, again, as I said later, for the villains, it's always so difficult and annoying when you want a character like bad guy with a cool backstory. You really want to know his reasons, and if his reason is just, oh, I'm bad, that's so bad, right? That's so boring. You really want him to have his reasons, and that's what I really like about what's the movie was based on, The Kingsman. I don't know, I watched only first one, but I really like the bad guy and his motivation. He was really like, I don't know, I don't want to spoil it to you if you haven't seen it, but that was pretty smart. So what I'm saying is, you really need to get a smart motivation for your bad guy. You don't want it to be like silly. So I'm gonna do drop. No, I can't. Well, that's surprising. Yes, I'm gonna do it manually again. Yay. It's kind of, again, therapeutical. If you do it manually, it's not that like, oh, so annoying. No, it's kind of nice. You feel like you just, you know, there are books for adults to color it, just the color books, and you fill it in just to feel better. So it's like the process, you do something with your hands. It's like, you know, when you have some like anxiety and you feel like you want to do something, you grab things and you like smudge it like this, like you. So that's what the coloring is. Sometimes it really helps you to get your mind busy, and I think that's cool. Like that's something that I like to do. Like whenever we have a stream for coloring, like today, I feel like, yeah, that's easy. That's easy. Whenever we have to draw like a composition, think how is this character will stand or will look like. What is he doing? Is he jumping? Is he walking? Is he speaking? This is all complicated stuff. But coloring is easy, because coloring is just like you relax and you feel You just follow the lines, right? You just follow the lines. Sometimes you can even get a little bit behind the line. It's fine. Nobody will notice that. We won't tell anyone. I won't tell anyone. We will do things like that, and I usually like coloring. I feel like if I would get the job as an illustrator again, like if it's not gonna be my character, because I really want to make my character like my Harry Potter. Well, I'm already doing my character, and I'm pretty sure we are going to have somebody catching it up, because you know I earlier told you about the streaming services, right? The companies that are desperate to get people to watch the streaming service, like Hulu or Amazon or whatever. So they all want a show. I actually didn't finish that idea. And because all those other brands like Disney, Marvel, DC, they all already like all those properties, superhero and everything is already taken. Can't get that. So they are coming back, and this is very cool. Like, do you know how desperate they are? They are so desperate. They actually, I already said that, they bringing back Beavis and Butthead. And if it tells anything, it tells how desperate they are. Because if you reviving characters from 1997, you are pretty desperate. You are pretty desperate. So what does it tell you? What does it tell you? It tells you that if you have an IP, if you have a character, if you have an idea, a comic book, a movie idea, if you can get it there, if you can put it on the page, just like I'm doing right now, and you can get it there so they can see it in front of their face, they will buy it. They will pay you to use your idea, because they just don't have any ideas. Come on, man, how many Spider-Mans do we have? How many freaking superheroes just from the old 30s, right? There's so many of them. They've been used 10 times, 20 times from 2008, from 2002. The Iron Man movie, right? 2008. They're still making this like the same story, keep going. So if anything, that just shows you how desperate they are. And if you have an idea, if you have your own character, you should just get there. You should just go there. But you need to be able to show it. You can't just, like, oh, I have an idea. You go there and you show it. They see it, they read it. They don't have much time, but they read it like 2 minutes, or maybe like just one page. And they'll probably take it. They will negotiate the deal. They will offer you they probably will try to buy it from you. But what you need to do, you shouldn't sell it, even though it's probably a big money. But you should just take the deal where you will get the profit from character being developed. Like a Walking Dead. That's a smart thing to do. You know the Walking Dead creator, Robert Kirkman? He is actually so smart. He created this like Walking Dead characters, and then he got the deal from HBO, right? And it's still going, and he like finished his comic book series like years ago. It's done, it's finished, but the TV show is still going. He's still getting money from it. He's still getting the money from it. This is so cool. What is that? Again, I'm gonna do that, I guess. So he's still getting money from that, and this is very cool. So you need to you and I, we should do the same thing. So I'm thinking about his cape. What color should it be? I feel like it should be like this, but a little bit darker, or maybe just like this. Boom. Okay, of course that not like this. Boom. What do you guys think? Should it be darker? Should it be lighter, brighter? I don't know. Tell me. You know who we should cast to play this guy? Oh, you know who should cast? Of course, my favorite actor, my man, my bro, Nick Cage. Of course, Nicolas Cage will be an actor to portray this character, this guy, ladies and gentlemen. And I kind of like walking because when I walk, I feel like I can go whatever. I feel like I'm making a presentation for everyone. It's kind of funny feeling. And I'm also getting sleepy, so probably because of that too. So that's the coloring. Oh, yeah. So that's gonna be. Oh, let me bring back the colors. Let me bring back the colors and let me turn that off. So that's almost okay. What is this? What is this? Hey, right? That's supposed to be here. Okay. Oh. And we're gonna pick this and fix this a little bit. So that's gonna be almost like a page, but we will add shadows. And shadows, you know, they made everything better. Are you in Mikey's Discord? I'm sorry, I just noticed that question. No, I'm not. I don't use Discord. I'm not using Discord at all. I'm sorry, I have no time for that. I just don't have time for that. I really like squeezing things. Like it's not like I have. I'm learning 3D. I'm doing 2D. I'm doing other things. I'm doing stocks, as you know. Okay, so what we're gonna do now, I'm looking at this, I'm looking, I'm thinking, shadows, yes, sure, but what else? So I wanna pick this color for his helmet. Okay, this is still little details we haven't seen, like this one. Oh, this is a different layer, isn't it? Yeah, it's on this layer. Oops. Sorry. Hey, Mikey. How did it come out? Oh, you haven't seen? Oh, that's what we did. That's what we did. Kind of cool, right? I kind of like it. You can take a screenshot with me next to it. Yeah, that's pretty cool. You're jumping like between the candles. That's why we call it candles, and you definitely seeing some good sales. So that's pretty cool. I might like took 3 screenshots. Amazing. So you can sell it as an NFTs. I mean, people do that for real. Like I mean, I think that's kind of funny thing to do. So now what we're going to do, we're going to actually add shadows to our guy. I appreciate, Mikey. I appreciate your help to my channel. Like I didn't know, I didn't expect it from anybody. I never had any exposure ever. I to be honest, I'm still surprised because I don't really know why why you choose to do that. That's pretty nice. Pretty awesome thing to do. Did we name him yet? No, Bruna, we still haven't created a name for him. And I feel like we might not be able to name him today at all. We should be able though, but well, we should definitely should, but I don't know. No problem, deserve more. Thank you. I'm trying to be interesting. I've been exposed. How did I been exposed? Yeah, Mikey helped me, but it's the first time I actually got any exposure. Hey, Thick Slim joined the gang. Kind of thick. Not gonna lie, this Slim is kind of thick. Thank you guys joining, following me on Twitch. That's so cool. We got 18 followers. You know, when I started this. Yeah, hell yeah, man. Welcome to the Round Earth gang. We are here, all agree the Earth is round, right? There are some people saying, like, if the Earth is round, why this is like this and not like this? Okay, that's an old joke, sorry. Kind of thick, not gonna lie. Yeah. This guy is not thick enough. But that's why You know, it's actually funny. I haven't drawn any female characters yet, but later, when we see this guy, like, going to his direction, we later will find there will be another, like, I don't want to spoil too much, but there will be very cool looking female characters. So you guys will probably want to join to see that later. Yeah, Round Earth gang. Yeah, I mean, of course, we're in space, right? Like, imagine making like a comic book about space, like space shuttles and like whatnot, and then you just make it like they landing on the flat surface. That's not a bad idea. When I'm thinking about this, it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny idea. Probably people will think like that, right? If they land in the King Arthur, they will think that the Earth is flat. That will be funny. They'll like, how did you land here? You fall from the sky. And he's gonna tell them, oh, you know, the Earth is rounded, and it's like, no. It's not rounded. I can walk normally. I'm not falling down, right? That's a funny comedy material. Pure gold, of course. Jokes about flat or round Earth. What's going on here? What's going on here? I see you. Okay. We still haven't, like, we don't come up with the name, man. Still need this name. Still need his name. So I'm gonna use this layer to color this ship. And for this, I'm gonna go here real quick. Boom. I'm gonna use this color. Go back. Oh, sorry, Mikey. Not you. I'm gonna color this. Okay. What's going on? Oh, I see. The layer is not there. Okay, now it's working. A-C-A-T-U-C-K. How do you read it? Sayatuka. Is that correct? Yes. The round Earth myth. The legendary round Earth. That's who told them. Maybe he will be known in history as Galileo later on. You know that Galileo was the first guy who came up with the idea of the Earth being rounded. It's funny, it's actually even like 100 years ago. Just imagine that 100 years ago in 80s, 8009 or something, right? They thought the Earth, North Pole, and the other one, they are like the donut. They thought Earth is a donut, and they didn't know there is no atmosphere in the air. And that's funny. If you read some of the sci-fi from 80s, from 1080 something, you will find out that the old like sci-fi, they thought there is oxygen in the space, and they would go on the air balloon in the space, and they will be able to breathe and walk normally. And that's funny. That's what they have in like old sci-fi books. It's pretty cool, pretty funny. Boom. Yeah, no need too many details. Nobody cares. You get the idea, right? About this ship. We're gonna make it like a grayish. We're gonna color it all like same color. I don't want to make like details here. I did a lot of them, but I don't feel like coloring all of them. What do you guys think? What's his name? We still don't know. We don't have any names. Like even our main character, protagonist, doesn't have a name yet. How would you call this guy? Like the bad guy feels like he should have a Z or R in his name. I want to call him like Rodion. Like Radiator, you know, because he kind of look like Radiator, you know, like a car. In front of the car they have like this thing for air from the engine to come in and out to get like cooler. They have this radiator. Radiator. Is that how do you say it? Radiator? Oh my god. That's so difficult. So maybe we call him Radiator. Oh, just Roddy. Rod. What do you think about Rod? Rod sounds like it's kind of interesting name, right? Rod. And we're gonna use like dark black here. I'm not gonna use like completely black, and the reason for that is I want to add like highlights later on. And if it's too dark, I cannot do shadows and highlights. So that's gonna be like a shadow leaving the ship, and he's gonna be screaming here, "Bring me his head," something like that. And that's gonna be like a cool action scene. But you look at this and you think, well, that looks simple, but doesn't look too deep, right? It's kind of like he's floating, he's levitating. What is that? Like what is that? That's so bad. But I got you, man. I got you covered. We're going to a separate layer here, and we're getting our black color ready, and we're turning down the opacity to the 60%. And all of a sudden he now can have a shadow. Boom. Okay, we're gonna fix that a little bit later. I can already tell it's not really doing right thing, but we're gonna do that for now. So now we are going to add some shadowing, and we're gonna assume that the shadow will go from this side, because when you make a cool big splash page, you don't want to put the light on top. You want to put it I'm like on a TikTok video, right? You point that you want light to go from the side. Like for the example, actually I'm a professional illustrator here, so I have tools to explain lighting for you guys. So if we turn on the light here, you can see how different parts of my face are, or my hand, or whatever, like in the shadow, right? I'm gonna change the light to this too bright. So we're gonna use that to understand the shadowing. That's actually I have, you can see, but it's like a lamp. So I'm using it to understand the shadow. So that's cool. I'm gonna explain it to you a little bit, but you understand, right? So the light is going here, and it's kind of look white, right? It's kind of look white, although it's not white. But if it's too much, it looks bright. And the other part in the shadow, like my neck here, we're gonna do that now. And if you put it on top, it kind of looks, it fits more to Batman when you have eyes dark, when you have this shadow from the nose. But when you go from the side, it looks more like cooler. It looks cooler. That's what I'm saying. So for our character, we're going to have shadow from the side. I decided. It's gonna look cool. Oh, and I need streamline to turn on, like at least 60. It's over 9,000. What, over 9,000? That's impossible. You know that meme with Vegeta? Vegeta is a nice name, right? Vegeta. Even though it's like a male name, it's kind of like Vegeta. You would think they would call him Veget, but Vegeta. It's a pretty cool name for a character, although it feels like I wouldn't be able to come up with a name like that. Now it kind of looks more 3D, right? Now it kind of takes the form, right? You can feel like there is a volume to it. And we're gonna do the same thing with his other foot. Oops. It's gonna look lit, unironically. You know this word, lit? So funny, like I'm not native speaker and so many words doesn't make sense to me, but I hear people saying them and I'm like, I'm gonna repeat that. Probably how children learn English or any language, basically. You need to be careful not to say any bad words when you're talking to children. So his leg is in the shadow. Then we're gonna add a cool shadow to his cape, and then it's gonna look real cool. real cool. Groovy, man, groovy, groovy. You know the word groovy from The Evil Dead? Look at that. Huh? Does he look lit or not? He looks cool. I like the shadowing. Really helps with the volume here. Really adds volume. I really like it. I'm really liking it. And I'm gonna add some that's how children learn curse words. Oh yeah. It's kind of funny. That's actually a very nice way to learn language. It's not like books and exercises. It's just trying to be around native speakers and just to repeat after them. You're kind of risking, but that's kind of a good way to learn a language, I feel like. So here we're gonna have, it feels like his whole leg is kind of supposed to be in the shadow, but I really want to add more volume to make him look cooler. So I'll try to stay away from the like heavy shadowing his costume too much. Because if he's like completely dark like Batman, then you kind of don't even see his costume. You don't see details. It's funny if it's actually even more clear for you on the screen, because I'm drawing right now and I have so many like places where I put my fingers on the screen, so it's kind of, that's why I have this thing. So I clean it up a little bit, but when I clean it up, sometimes I accidentally click something, and the worst thing can happen, I can stop sharing my screen. So now it's clear. Yeah, it's probably should be. I don't like it, man. I don't really like it. Well, let's try to stay out of this a little bit for now. So we're gonna do this. Then it's for sure it has to be like here. We're gonna of course do this because it's inside. We're not gonna put the shadow here because again, when you have a light, the other side is often also bright, so you can feel the volume like all around, because the shadow goes, the light goes around your object. So that's why this side will be also a little bit bright. But then again, we actually have a cape, right? We actually have a cape, and cape will cast a shadow as well. So we are now in the situation where we have to decide, should he look cool or should he look realistic? And you know what I'm choosing. You know what I'm choosing for sure. Like, nobody care about how realistic his look. He is flipping knight in the space shadow. Nobody cares about how realistic it is. So we're gonna do this, and this is gonna be like very like cool area where you can go ahead and add more depth to his armor. Man, I really like adding shadows, because sometimes you draw something and you feel like, oh man, this is not good, but when you add like shadows, it looks so much better. And then when you add highlights, it looks even better. Even better, man. Even better. So I'm gonna fill this. So maybe I'll later come here and add like little, probably I'm gonna add it even more, because I feel like no, that's wrong. They should come from here, right? Because it's like a I don't know how to tell you. It's yeah, maybe not this one, but yeah. Yeah, see, this is like when you have a light and you actually make mistakes about which side it should be covered. It's a little bit annoying. Now it makes more sense, and this part, actually almost whole part, I feel like should be in shadow. Well, not, I don't know. Is it should be completely in shadow or just leave a little bit? I'll add shadow here for sure. Because again, we're going to have like light source a little bit on over his head and on the side. So maybe we do heavier shadows. Not necessarily, but that's kind of look cool. So then we're gonna have this arm, and again, this is gonna be a light on the here is gonna be light. So we're gonna add shadows just here. Kind of feel like it might be like this. Then you need to be careful again with those. The shadow always goes under the plate, not above, under the plate. I don't know if that's important to you, but yeah, there's some details like that. And again, I'll probably fill it in just now, like that. Boom. So it's not that important because it kind of adds value. Oh, sorry. Volume. Yeah, volume adds volume, but we don't have to be like super careful about that because again, it might be not completely realistic, but it kind of gets the job done, right? You see the 3D objects, you feel like it's like 3D. You don't have to be too in depth with it. Otherwise, it's kind of like nobody will notice that if you just do it very, very realistically, because it's a comic book, right? They're just gonna flip the page. They're not gonna notice that. They're just gonna, yeah, like, okay, I got it. He is like a big bad guy. Okay, man, I got my reference on somewhere, no? Oh, so it's not connected. Okay. So something like that, and then we're gonna have okay, man, I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna open a window because it's hot here. Okay, it's not going down because I touched it again. You know what's funny? Actually, streaming on YouTube as well, but I haven't even checked my YouTube comments. Okay, I have 0 viewers on YouTube, so it's all good. Oh, okay. No, I actually have comments on YouTube, but it's from bots. That's cool. Okay. Like spam. Yeah, that's funny. I'm gonna open it as well so I can see it. I still can't see myself there, but it's fine. I'm gonna switch back to OBS. Okay, so we are working on the shadow. Of course, his cape will be covered because it's behind him, right? That's obvious. It's kind of a little bit unfortunate because if it's covered too much, you kind of like don't see it enough to see how cool it is, to feel how cool it is. That's what I feel, at least. You know, when you draw by yourself, you add those noises like because you feel like it kind of complement the drawing. It's funny. It's probably also what children do. So this, under each plate there is a shadow because they kind of overlapping each other like this, right? So we're gonna add a shadow under each plate on his armor. We actually had to cover this part. Okay, never mind, it's not supposed to be like that. So we're gonna do it manually, which is okay. I don't mind. Okay, so what next? His neck and his head actually is going to look so cool with shadows on. You can't believe it. And with the light in his eyes, with the smoke and light coming out of his eyes, he's gonna look like such a scary guy. You wouldn't want to pick up a fight with this guy. And that will be understandable why he is the boss, right? You need to show like, oh, this guy. Now this guy, right? This guy is the bad guy, and I can tell he's the bad guy. Still, you know, this is something I feel like it's important. Whenever you create even a bad guy, you kind of want him to be reasonably bad, right? You don't want him to be just bad. You kind of want him to be bad for a reason. Like, even if it's a stupid reason, right? Even he was just like break up with the girlfriend and he became evil. I mean, that's a better backstory than just say, oh, because I'm evil, just because I'm bad, because I can. Such a lame excuse. Just need an enemy. And you know, the old comic books, they all being like that. They all just, oh, because I can. Well, okay, can you do something good? No. Well, why not? Oh, because I don't want to, right? I don't know. I'm not a fan of that. Like, I'm not a fan of like some of bad guys' motivations. It's not really inspiring. And what's funny to me, many like bad guys, they have people following them, right? They have like an army or whatever, and they being like not, they don't look like you would follow those characters. I wouldn't want to go and be a soldier, but for some reason they have like tons of people so loyal they are ready to die for this guy, right? I mean, I understand when it's like a fear driven, like, okay, if you're not gonna do things, we're going to kill you. Okay, I can understand that, I guess. But when it's just like they are somehow inspiring, I feel like that's just sometimes crazy. That's too much. Doesn't work like that. Do you guys know any like bad guy that is like inspiring? Like, I feel maybe Darth Vader, but aside from Darth Vader, is there any bad guy you would feel like, oh yeah, you know, I kind of can tell why people wanted him to be a leader. I can tell. I understand. I want to do that too. Like, I don't feel like I have ever had that experience. Like, whenever you see a bad guy, they are always like unreasonable. Most of the time, like 99%. And I feel like that's not a good thing. Like, if I want to make a comic book or just a character, just like a entertaining media character, you should be able to believe that he is like, he's the way he is for a reason. I feel like that's important. That's a big part of the character. And if he's just bad, just with no reason, like, I don't really care. I'm not gonna get invested. I won't remember this guy. I mean, he kind of looks cool, right? His armor looks cool, but that's it. That's all I can tell about this guy. I don't really care about anything else but his like appearance, maybe. So I don't want that to happen to my characters. Like, if you know like Harry Potter, you know Voldemort, and if you're familiar with the book, you know he's not just a bad guy. He was not loved when he was a child, and that's why he is so evil. And I feel like this is like basic, but I can understand that. I can feel like, yeah, that's reasonable, right? And that's simple. Just, you know, his parents didn't wanted him, they didn't liked him, they didn't loved him, so he kind of became this soulless, loveless guy who there's nobody else who love him. And I feel like, yeah, I can see that. I can see why that's the case. So whenever you have a bad guy with a good backstory, it's always, I feel like it's much better than just, you know, oh, I'm bad. Or if you want to make a character evil or just like a bad guy, you can just don't tell why he's bad. Like, you know Michael Myers from Halloween. He's like the evil guy, but it's kind of just the evil. For no reason. And that's more like a horror element. So he's just like a machine that kills people. And that's another part. That's another reason why he's scary. But Michael Myers is just a serial killer, right? He is not supposed to be reasonable. So, you know, you can be sure 100% this guy, I don't know his name yet. This guy, just this guy is going to be reasonable. Reasonably evil. I can't wait to hear his story. I have his story in mind. I'm not gonna spoil it to you because, you know, if I just tell you everything about this comic, and it will be eventually picked up. I hope so. I mean, I believe so. Oh man, I'm actually, I feel like maybe I'm tired a little bit. We're gonna wrap it up like soon. Don't worry. Don't go anywhere, guys. It's fine. We are like maybe 20 minutes more and we are done. I hope so. I mean, we're gonna be done with shadows and highlights, and then it's going to be make more sense, and then you're gonna see like light here. It's gonna look so cool. So don't worry about that. That's gonna be very cool, very epic. So that's gonna be his hand shadow for his arm, and that's another cool part because his arm here, you know, is kind of like tilting this way. To make that more like visible, I'm gonna add like shadow here. So it's gonna be like that. Oops. Again, there is like white like around every detail of the character, and I'm trying to be careful with it, be a little bit more careful, and like, yeah, it's not easy sometimes. So yeah, this more shadows here, more shadows here. They are not really like, doesn't mean anything. They don't have to be here. They're just here to make it a little bit cooler, that a little bit more 3D. Da, it's Russian, yes. Sometimes you just say da because that's like comes naturally out of your mouth. Sometimes when I talk a lot, I would say words in Russian. I actually haven't said anything in Russian yet, right? I can say something. You probably guys know words in Russian, something like vodka, right? It's a very famous word. I can teach you some Russian here if you want. So, very important word is vodka. And if you want to pick up a Russian girl and you want to say something like, "What's up, girl?" right? That's what you want to say. So, listen very careful. That's what you want to say to a Russian girl when you meet her. You want to say... You can actually say, "Hey, baby." Yeah, that's a good start. "Hey, baby." I'm not sure if you're gonna be slapped, like, across the face, or if she's gonna be flattered. It's really not up to me. It's up to a girl. But most of the time, she'll probably be flattered. That's something you can get easily here. If you go to Moscow, or like there is like life hack you can use. You go to a small Russian town, not Moscow, far from Moscow. You find like a restaurant, bar, or club, and you just tell the girl that you're foreigner, and that's it, man. That's it. You know, when we had like this football contest in Russia happening, That was the moment for so many Russians try to get like some ways to meet foreigners and maybe like negotiate the escape. Yeah, some people actually did got away, and that's impressive. I respect those of them who did. I mean, those who stayed, they are kind of like hardcore. I'm not sure if they stayed because they wanted to, but they are definitely hardcore. So let's color a cape. This is gonna be very cool. We're gonna use his arm to cast a shadow on his cape. So it gives you more like 3D volume later on. And after that, we're gonna add a shadow to the battleship or whatever he's using to escape. It's kind of funny because there are no real shadows in the space mostly. It's like, I guess there's a scientific explanation on how shadow works in space, but I'm not a scientist, so I'm gonna just add shadows, right? Like if you watch a Star Wars movie, there is an audio in space, when in reality there's of course no audio in space. So there's gonna be like a shadow of his arm here, like this. Okay, maybe just a little bit like this. Man, I cannot see it because there's the screen again got so many fingerprints. That's the downside working on the tablet. It got so many fingerprints you cannot see what's going on if you won't clean it like every once in a while. I mean, it's not a big price to pay. I can do that. I can do that every day, bro. That's a funny video from PewDiePie I recently watched. So it feels like it's so cool that we have a shadow of his arm here. But then you feel like, yeah, but his cape is still should be in the shadow, right? So what should you do? What can you do? Oh, we actually forgot to color his cape here. Oh, give me this. What can we do? There are two options. Two options we can do. First, we can actually add another shadow that will be darker. Like for example, we can actually go full on black here for his arm. Should we do it? I don't know. What we will do, I'm gonna just use black here. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do just black now. And then maybe I'll add just, this is not like complete black. You see it's like with opacity, right? I'm gonna even turn the opacity lower because otherwise it's kind of too crazy. So now you kind of see it, right? It's more like shadow. And I'm gonna actually change my point of view because it's a little bit, maybe can't see it clearly. Maybe my eyes are tired. Sorry, my face is tired. I gotta go, my dude. Enjoy your weekend. Thank you, Mikey. Thank you so much for your time. Take care, man. Take care, man. I'll see you again. Hopefully. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well. Honestly. Thank you for sticking around, right? Hopefully you learned something interesting. Trying to be more like informative and educative for viewers and entertaining as well. But it's yeah, it's still a nice thing to do. Yeah, catch you later. Yeah, take care. It's a nice thing to do, to just draw and talk, and you feel like you are thinking, processing things that you wouldn't maybe normally think because you wouldn't speak when you draw by yourself. But when you're thinking about, okay, you have people watching you, you have people listening to you, okay, you're trying to be more, I guess, like helpful, right? You want to make sure that there is something that is not like useless information coming from you. So at least that's how I'm trying to do it. So see, we're now adding these shadows, and I want to add shadows here because I feel like this is cool area for shadows. And maybe I even upload this character later, but I'm liking the way he looks. Actually, I'm really liking it. I'm liking his appearance more than I thought I would. You know what I'm saying? I felt like he's gonna be just like a generic bad guy, but now I feel like I like him more. But you know, I actually even know his story for my comic. I know his story from beginning to end. Yes, from beginning till the end. So kind of a little bit, it's not going to be going forever like with Ninja Turtles, right? They're kind of going just forever and ever and things like that. So I'm gonna do these little things here. I'm gonna cover some areas in dark. Then I'm gonna cover all the bottom area in dark, in black, in dark. I don't know. Can you say in dark? So we still don't know the name of this guy. Still don't know his name. Oh man, this part. Look at this part. Get a load of this guy. Look at that. This area is not supposed to be like that. But I kind of like this. Oh. My bottle is... Okay, I'm gonna color it later. I hope I won't forget. This is something I can forget, but I hope I won't. So I'm gonna make it like bright, this area. Ah, it's kind of cool. I like his cape. His cape in shadow. Not completely, otherwise you can't feel the volume. And again, I kind of can make more shadows. You mean like multiple layers, because the more layers you have, the more shadow you can have. Like the one shadow is very dark, the other is not so dark, and so on and so forth, and then you have like multiple like 3D layers, and it's kind of, yeah, I know it's gonna look cooler, but then again, it's like so much work, so much time, and at the end of the day, my goal here is to get the message across, to get the character, like his story told. So you can already like tell, you can like, it's readable, it's understandable. I don't have to go full on like hyper detailed. Like maybe if it would be like an on painting, right, for the museum or whatever, yeah, maybe that's I can see that. But since we are doing just, so what do you guys think? Does it look cool? It's almost done. Almost done. Okay, let's, while we're talking about cool stuff, let's add like a shadow for the space shuttle. Shadow for the shuttle. Can you say that? Shadow for the space shuttle. Is that even black? It's not black. What am I doing? How did I not see that, man? I'm actually going to follow those lines. I feel like that's gonna make it more like rounded, like an egg or something. Again, we are going to add highlights later, and highlights is the same but white, and we're gonna add them to the places that are going to be a little bit like sticking out. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you see a hot woman, you will see highlights on your pants. That's a joke, yeah. Good job, Igor. And I'm probably gonna add like shadows here. I'm gonna add like this, so it's kind of look like there is a gate or door opened. Yeah, like that. Kind of looks nice. It's almost finished. I feel like this is something you can submit to, like if you're looking for a job in entertainment media. I feel like this is something that I can 100% see being submitted in, or I can see it in a comic books. I feel like this is something that people might actually draw. Well, yeah, 100%. You never really know where is this line. Am I good enough to be like a illustrator for magazines? Like, can I actually work on Spider-Man? Like, kind of feel shy a little bit at the beginning. Like, oh, you know, people will see my work in this comic book in the bookshelf and they will pay for it. And you kind of feel bad taking money at the beginning. I don't know if you guys experienced that. You feel like drawing is not something you should take money for at the beginning. But also like the society sometimes treat artists like that. Like, oh, this is just drawing. It's nothing special. You can do it for free. And this is not a good thing, unfortunately. But hopefully it's going to be different later on. And yeah, oh my god. My back. My back. Can we get to 20 followers, guys? Can we actually get to 20 followers? Can we do it? Like a beautiful number of 20 or even 21. We just need one more person and 2 for 21. That would be lit. Can we use this word? I feel like this is like a word that people make fun of, but I kind of picked it up and I'm using it. I don't know if I should feel bad. Okay, so now there's a moment of truth, a moment of the cool lighting in his helmet. Okay, we have two options, guys. We have two options. Two options. Okay. And I'll need your help here, guys, for sure. I'll need your help here for sure. So, option number one. Okay. This is option number one. What do you guys think? Do you like the way it looks? It kind of looks too bright. We might actually move it up on top like that, and maybe make it opacity go down like this. So something like that. So this is like option number one. Okay. Option number two. We're gonna make it a different color, like for example this red. And make it more settled. Okay, is this different? Yeah. Like this. I think this one looks cooler actually. So yeah, I'm gonna try to go ahead and you know, when you have like a brush with the lighting, it's really difficult to make it settle. I'm trying to, man. Oh man, it's not working. I really wanted to make settle, but I actually, to be honest, kind of liking it more than the one we have before. Yeah, I think we're gonna use this one. And we really need to be careful to not make it like too bright. Otherwise it's gonna again look too too much in your face. You don't want it to be like too noticeable. Like you can make it like that, right? Oh, that's a nice song. Do you guys actually hear the music? His music is okay. Should I add the volume? I'll add the volume. I feel like I'm talking a lot. Yeah, I need to drink more. Okay, what options do we have here? Yeah, we can do this. And we can use this just to, you know, to... No, it's not. We already have that. We can make it black. Oh, we can make it white. Oh wow, it's not bad. It's actually surprisingly good. Wow. So I'm gonna make it like this. Oh no. Oh no. Bright light like this. No, what? Okay. We're gonna make it like this, and we're gonna make it the opacity gonna be like 85. So that's the appearance we are getting. And there's another thing we're gonna do. And we're gonna decide later, should it go like down or should it go up? And I'm gonna pick this color, or maybe I'm gonna pick this color, and I'm gonna pick clouds here, and he's gonna have like dark like clouds coming out of his mask. But I'm looking at it now, and I feel like you can't see it, right? You can't see it because it's so dark. Let's go like bright. Let's go bright. Can we make it bright? It doesn't look like smoke now. It kind of looks too pinky. Something like that. What do you guys think? Does it look cool? Should we add like a smoke or not? So if we do this, we're not going to leave it just like this. Of course, I'm going to cut like this. Oh, no, sorry. I'm gonna cut like this. So it feels like it's coming from his helmet. It's like he's getting angry. You see? We can actually do something like this, but I'm not sure about the color. We can also do other crazy things with this. It feels like he's kind of like dying, right? Maybe it's not a good idea to do. I don't know, man. I don't know. So maybe like this. We'll just keep it like this, and then we're gonna add... Yeah, I think now he kind of looks cool. Maybe we'll do something. Maybe we'll reduce the clouds later. But we're gonna leave it like that. And there's last thing we should do. You know what we should do is highlights. And highlights is kind of fairly easy. Oh, there's two things. First thing we need to do is we need to add light. Oh yeah, it's gonna be like a little like this, and I'm gonna use like this. Yeah, I want to make it bigger. So this is like light behind him, and the same light that divides. Okay, it divided the one page from the other page. So this like light that breaks his scene merged together with the other scene. So it's basically two pictures, right? One picture is the shadow coming of the spaceship, and the other page is him standing in the corridor, but it's not the same picture. But to make it more like cool looking, I'm making it like a same picture, and hopefully the reader can then understand that this is like this two pages. So I'm not gonna make it like huge, so it's not so in your face. Okay, highlights is like funny thing. Most of the time when you do highlights, I'm just using white, and some people would, you know, go pick this color and make it a little bit lighter and then make it a little bit darker and things like that. And I feel like, yeah, that's a fair thing to do. I'm not doing that because this is too complicated, and I feel like you still get the idea, right? If I'm not doing that, you still get the idea. So I'm not doing that a lot, unfortunately. What do you guys think about his appearance? Would you buy a toy like that? I wonder if people would buy a toy like that. It would be lit. It's gonna be like a joke that I'm doing. I'm not saying lit unironically. I'm saying it because it's like a word that people make joke about. Like, this is something a teenager would say. So that's why I'm saying it. I think it's kind of funny. And again, here is also kind of, you want to use textures that are very similar to textures that you use for painting. But since we're using no texture and just like flat colors and shadows, it doesn't really matter. Again, this is not really complicated stuff, but gets the idea, right? Gets the message across. You still get the idea. So you don't really have to like be that specific. And then I'm going to change the opacity a little bit, and when I'll do that, it's gonna look more subtle and not gonna be like in your face that much. I feel like we are kind of overdoing it a little bit at this point, to be honest. But with the highlights, it's always difficult. Like, you don't know when to stop, because it's kind of like the opposite to shadowing. You can overdo shadow, but sometimes it doesn't look that bad if you do. But if you overdo the highlights, it starts looking too glowy. It starts looking like a jelly, you know what I'm saying? And you don't want it to look like jelly too much. So it's kind of funny. Be careful with that, right? I'm not gonna overdo it, I think. I'll try not to, at least. I'll try. You can then blur it, and maybe that's what I will do. I don't know yet. Kinda looks cooler when it's blurred, but not always. It's really need to be like in the specific area. So something like that, right? Maybe no highlights on it. So yeah, kind of like that. And the reason we use the light here, right? We use light here, and then we see the lights coming from this area, right? And shadow is here, and the light is here, right? So that's the cool part. Still playing, but that looks awesome. Hey, thank you, Bruno. So now we're gonna do a little okay, there's more things to highlight. Again, we don't have to highlight everything, and sometimes again you can overdo it. But since I'm feeling like I'm gonna maybe blur it or change the opacity, I'm for sure changing the opacity. But otherwise, he looks like a gummy bear. He looks like a gummy bear for sure. It looks like you can eat him. Oh no, they're eating him. Then they're gonna eat me. So we can go to multiply here probably. Okay, that didn't work. That didn't work at all. And we're gonna go to opacity like 60. And look at this. Is it look good? Okay, maybe yes, maybe no. What we're gonna do here, we're gonna copy so I don't lose it, and I'm gonna blur it. The creativity is there. Thank you, Bruno. I'm trying to be creative. I mean, yeah. And what's funny it's like you can witness the character being created like in front of you, because we literally started with the blank canvas and then we just keep going, and that's what we got. So that's blurred, like maybe 5%. Let's go 5. You know, when you're blurring something, there is a risk of things going away, right? See here, for example, you can tell this like highlight is kind of almost on the sky. It's really dangerous. You really don't want to go too much, so it's leaving the object. It's now somewhere else, right? So if you have highlight here, you don't want it to go too much this way, right? So if you blur it too much, then it's leaving the area too much. So I feel like we should go back a little bit and make it 4%. Just 4. 3, 4. Okay. Now it's kind of more settled. Again, it's kind of gummy bearish. We'll go 50. We'll actually 40. Okay, and that's probably gonna be almost his final version, right? It's kind of like a Dragon Ball Z final. This is not my final form. Kind of looks all right to me. And later I'm gonna add like text, him yelling things. I feel like, oh yeah. Oh man, okay, we're gonna go back and I'm gonna add more highlights here, because I feel like this area is important, because I really wanted to make it asymmetrical. Because see, this shoulder is like one way and this shoulder is with the cape. Actually, we're gonna do more shadow here. I guess I forgot. There's still like, you know, you're never done when you feel you're done. It's not like, okay, I'm done. It's always gonna be like, oh, I forgot this. Oh, I forgot this. Oh, there's another detail here. There's another thing here. Oh, that's right, I forgot to. All those things you think about, they are like coming whenever you feel like you're done and you want to upload or you want to submit. Oh, right, there's one more detail. Oh, there's just one more, and then it's just like an endless process. So it's like you have a choice, of course, to keep adding to your work, and sometimes it's a good idea, but sometimes you just go with what you have and hope it's good enough. But yeah, like when I can, I'm trying to add more. It's really dangerous here to add highlights when it's like already, to add shadow when it's in highlights. So this is something, yeah, kind of like what we have, right? I'm gonna delete that. I'm gonna add more of that. Again, we can go with the details like all day, but I don't want to. You guys busy, I'm busy. We don't want to stand here forever. I'm just gonna look one more time and think, okay, is there anything else I can add, or is it done? So that's maybe his chest piece is a little bit like not in the middle. But you know what? I think that's a cool part. You can tell he's been through fights. you can tell this chest piece actually something that he used a lot to protect himself with fights. He's probably like hugging enemies and like penetrating, not penetrating. What's the word? When you okay. I don't want to go with penetrating. We need another word. Okay, I don't know. You got the idea, right? You got the idea. So he's like a little bit been through, not 100% like invincible and clean and new. So I really want him to look a little bit like he's seen things. I've seen things you people wouldn't believe. You know, the monologue in the rain. Okay, I think we are almost done here. Let me look at one more time, and is there anything we are going to add? I feel like it's good. I should keep in mind, like whenever I go to submit it to a company, because there will be a plot, of course. I'm gonna add like a text box here or here, you know, whenever it's not covered. So I still need space, so I can add words here, like bring me his head. Oh. Like this. Yeah. That's the thumbnail. Now that's the thumbnail. That looks bad. The font. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. Please come up with the name. We need to name this guy. Oh, and for those of you who actually made it through the whole stream, you actually did it like 3 hours. Yeah, I'm proud of you. I didn't expect most of you to stay for so long. I thought your duty will call. I'll get it. For those of you who stayed till the end, we're gonna go and watch a time lapse together and see this beautiful boy being created. Look at that big bad boy. Look at that big strong man. Look at his legs. Look at his arms. Man, so sexy. Yeah, we actually thought about making him. Yeah, there were different versions we thought about, different options we could go with. That's pretty cool, you know? It's nice to live in this digital era, because whenever I'll be like making this character and people will ask me like, oh, did you copy it somebody? Did you just copy it, or is it yours? Like, yeah, I can show you. This is the process, so you can see clearly I draw it. Also, you can watch the stream. You can watch me on the stream drawing it. It's not like there are no evidence. And I did say I was inspired by Dead Space and a samurai costumes. Kind of strange that his cape is going in the side. Yeah, you see, I kind of struggled with the cape because I don't really draw cloth that good. And then we draw this space thing. So what I'm thinking, man, I wish I could like make a vote or something like that. I'm thinking like later on, I'm gonna make a different race, and I want to make it. Yeah, well, I showed you. If you were here the whole time, you saw that. Maybe we'll do that for the future. That's gonna be cool for a female character. Man, you see the time? You see the time? This is like how much time it took me to draw. That's pretty cool. You can even see. You can see how much time it took me. Like 2 hours now. 2 hours and 10 minutes. It's pretty cool. It's gonna be less than we streamed though, because I did a lot of pauses and told you a lot of stories. Not even like I told you just like a small bit of my life. I feel like I have so much to tell if you guys will be willing to listen to. Still got more water to drink. Oh no, you saw. Okay, you saw the bottle. You didn't see anything. So now we are around 3 hours in, right? This is like 3 hours in. We start making shadows. That's where I did the pause between like the coloring and the light. Yeah, look at his eyes, so badass. I really like his glowing mask. So it's almost like it's only 3 hours and 20 minutes. It's funny. It's less than our stream today. 3 hours 24 minutes. Wow. So I actually talked with you like for 2 hours or something. Because before that it's been 2 hours when I draw him, and today 3 hours I colored him. But actually, time that I touched the screen with my pen, it's only 3 hours and 25 minutes. So it's not always being drawn. It's not always me drawing. What time is it for you guys? Is it not night? For me, it's 3 after midnight. Like, I'm really surprised I'm still streaming because, well, it's Friday, right? It's Friday. Hell yeah, man! I actually planned to play video game later. You know, the Crusader King 3. I'm not sure if I should play because they got the DLC released, and it's not. I guess it's not functioning 100% well. There are some issues, and I'm not sure because I don't want my game to be like rewritten if it's broken. I'm really happy to see you guys here for the second time. It's really nice. Really appreciate Mikey to do that, to rate my channel, and I didn't expect that. I'm really happy that things like that happening. So I guess we're almost done. We can like chat for a minute or two. I can show you Mikey. Maybe we'll use him as a thumbnail for this picture. It's kind of funny, right? You always want to add more details, right? You always want to add like more details, things like that. But maybe you shouldn't because it's too distractive. Yeah, nice chin though. That's a man chin. That's when you know it's like chat. No ear though, because you can't really see it. It should be somewhere there. Somewhere covered with like under the ear. But yeah, that's just like a funny sketch. We're gonna use it as a thumbnail because I guess most of people watching. Yeah, I'm really proud of my collection at this point. I feel like we have this guy, we have this guy, and we have this guy. We're not gonna use him though. We're gonna use this, and then we're gonna have maybe 2-3 more pages, and then we're gonna have a King Arthur. Another fun fact for those of you who stay till the end. You see this guy? You see this guy? That was the original sketch for this character. That was the original sketch. I was thinking about how do I want him to look like. So, of course, it first just looks plain and boring. So that's a funny thing you do when you draw something. So I'm really happy about what it turns out to be. I'm thankful to you guys to join me. Join me again next time. Ring the bell. Press the bell so next time I go live, you hear and you catch me energetic. I'm tired now. You can tell probably. Thank you. Stay safe, guys. Wash your hands. Keep telling to your friends and your family you love them. It's never something that you can tell too much. It's always something you can keep saying, and people will appreciate that. It's something you want to be able to tell enough times to your family. So thank you guys. Bye bye. See you another time.